so lovely to have you here today. My name is Elise, and I am the head of publicity at Marissa Peer, and I'm also an RTT therapist. And I'm so delighted that you could join us for what is going to be a fantastic webinar today. But it's not just any old webinar. Today's not just another one of those webinars, but it's actually going to be a live coaching experience with Marissa. So if you're coming into the chat now, just say hello to me, tell me where you're from. Norway, we've got Scotland. I used to live in Scotland for 20 years. London, Netherlands, Mexico. I love Mexico. Puerto Rico, Nairobi. Wow. Essex, London, Switzerland, Canada. Oh, you're all flooding in now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So as I was saying at the start, this isn't just another webinar today, but it's actually going to be a really amazing live coaching experience with the one, the only Marissa Peer. So you're going to get to watch her in action as she coaches one of you in the audience today. But she's also going to give you another little taster of transformation for yourself as well. So some of you here today might be completely brand new to Marissa's work, and you've just thought, oh, this webinar sounds quite intriguing, I want to hop on. Some of you might already know RTT, or perhaps you've even done one of Marissa's personal development products before. You've done I Am Enough, or you've read one of her books. But I would love you to tell me in the chat, how much do you know about Marissa? Is it you're new here? Is it because of RTT or PD if you've done something to do with her personal development work? Just pop it in the chat so I know. We've got quite a few new people in this week. That's great. New here, new, me too, completely new here. RTT, fairly new, already a hypnotherapist, RTT. Okay, well, you're all in exactly the right place and you're all in for an amazing treat. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a roundup of what you can expect in probably over the next, I would say, 90 minutes. So Marissa is going to talk about the theme for today, which is basically why so many of us are keeping ourselves small. And she's going to actually start to help you break down some of those blockers to success that you've been experiencing. As I mentioned just now, Marissa is going to be coaching one of our audience live, so you can actually watch her work up close live. And she'll be giving the rest of the group as well an amazing transformation of your very own. And then stay with us because actually Marissa's going to tell us a little bit more about a brand new opportunity, unlike anything that she's ever done before. I mean, this is truly amazing, guys. You're going to want to stay tuned to listen to it because it's your chance to work with her directly live every week for 12 weeks inside her brand new Upgrade Your Life program. So I'm so excited to tell you about that later. But let's move on to the one, the only, the lady who needs no introduction whatsoever, the amazing Marissa Peer, who's going to tell you all about what's been holding you back from achieving success in all areas of your life and help you to break down those blocks and barriers to success. So over to you, Marissa.
Hey, everybody. Well, thank you so much for attending. So yes, what do you think holds you back? I'm going to ask you a question and I want you all to answer. I want you particularly to put the answer in the chat bar because what I found as a therapist my entire life is we all have the same issues, the same problems. I've worked with CEOs and Olympic athletes and teachers and police officers, and they all have the same limiting beliefs. So here's a question to ask you. What would you have to believe about you to have everything you want, to have a beautiful relationship, a beautiful career, to have success, to have love, to have health, to even have wealth? What would you need to believe about you? And you might have, well, a different belief for health, to wealth, to love. It's okay, write them all down. Take your time. I want to really look at them because when I'm coaching one person, I picked someone who's got a belief that we all have a limiting belief. I'm actually going to be coaching all of you. You might think I'm just watching someone else, but actually no. You're going to be answering the same questions, looking at the same blocking thoughts, uncovering the same negative programming, finding the same limiting beliefs. So after you've written out what you'd have to believe, I want you to write out something that might seem kind of weird. What would you have to believe to not have these things, to be blocked, to be limited, to say, you know, my relationships just never go the distance. I never seem to get promoted. I'm besieged with headaches or stomach aches or fatigue. I can never find the money. If you think those thoughts, here's another question. Please answer it for me. Well, not for me, but for you. What would you have to believe to be limited, to be held back, to not have your heart's desire, to not have the things that you desperately want and at some level feel, you know, it's not fair? And I'm very quickly going to have a look at some of your answers. I know there's thousands, so I'm only going to pick a few because I know that the same theme is going to come up, and then we're going to go and do something really exciting. What would you have to believe? Sorry, I'm just getting all the places you're coming in from. Okay, I'd have to believe I was worth it. Of course. Sorry, I'm looking for more of these. Let me scroll on a lot quicker. My beliefs that come from my past experience, guilt and non-clarity. I'd have to believe I was enough. I'd have to believe I was safe. Interesting, because all of your behavior is geared to being safe. You know, we stand on top of a high building and look down, we think, your brain goes, get away from the edge, you fool. This is not safe. You know it is. You know the glass is that thick. But your primitive brain says you are not safe. So if you ever put your feet at the edge of a building and look down, even if there's a big glass window, your brain will go to, this is not safe. It's why we fear flying, but not the cab drive to the airport, because we don't feel safe on the plane, because we can't stop it. We can't just get off. And in many of our situations, I'm going on a date, I'm going for promotion, I'm speaking in public, the brain goes, oh, no, that's not safe. And it does that because you told it once upon a time you weren't safe. So I'd have to believe I was worthy. I'd have to believe I was enough. I'd have to believe I was supported. I have to believe I was safe. I'd have to believe again that I'm worth it, that I'm enough. You see a common theme coming up again. Enough, safe, I deserve it. These are all different answers, not the same. I'd have to believe that I can. I'd have to believe I'm talented. I'd have to believe I deserve it. This answer is coming up over and over again. I'd have to believe I can focus. I'd have to believe I could work hard. I'd have to believe I'm capable. I'm enough. I'd have to be confident. I'd have to believe I was valuable. I had something to offer. I'd have to believe in myself. So there's thousands of these. But let me quickly see if I can go down to what you'd have to believe to not have these things. That I'm not good enough, that I'm invisible, that I don't deserve it, that I'm not worthy, that I'll fail, that I'll be humiliated, that I'll be judged. So we have some interesting thoughts here. And here's a question I'm going to ask you again. Lots of questions today. But you see, when you ask yourself a question, when you question a belief, you don't believe it. You know, most religions, they don't question the imam, don't question the rabbi, don't question the priest, because they know if you question it, you have some doubt. And when your kid says, Mummy, how does Father Christmas get down the chimney? How does the reindeer get down the chimney? How come the tooth fairy got in our house? The alarms didn't go off. They're questioning a belief because they're starting to have doubt. So when you question a belief and ask yourself a good question, where did this belief come from? Who gave me this belief? Is it true? Is it true for me? And was it even true for them? And even if it was true for them, does it have to be true for me? And here's something I like to think of. What's it like to play that in your head over and over and over again? So I'll give you a very common one that a lot of us have. People like us can't make it. We didn't go to college. I don't come from money. Money comes from money. People who make it have been to college, been to private school. I didn't have any of that. I'm disadvantaged from the outset. So we have a belief. People like us don't have money. People like us don't have that. I remember walking, I used to walk a lot with my stepfather, and you go, look at these people. They don't know they're born. Look at their life. People like us, we don't have a life like that. In fact, I do have a life like that now. Because when he said that, I thought it was an interesting thing to say. People like us, we can only dream of this life. So that's a limiting belief. Without meaning to, as a lovely man, he was giving me negative programming. People like us, we can't find the money. We don't know where the money's coming from. We can only dream of this life. So there's a negative programming about having wealth, having money, having success. And then we have the same thing with love. Well, my dad left before I was born, or when I was a baby, or he didn't see me, didn't pay child support. Therefore, how can I be worthy of love? So if you have some limiting beliefs, some negative programming about love, success, confidence, wealth, abundance, here's one more question. I want you to answer it very honestly, if you wouldn't mind. What's it like to play that belief in your head over and over and over again? Because here's the thing to remember: you were not, could not have been born with that belief. No baby is born saying, don't look at me, I got no hair, I got milk spots, I got no teeth. No baby is born saying I was taken off my mother at birth, or my mother's too ill to raise me, therefore I'm not good enough. No baby is born like that. In fact, my mother always told me this story that when she was newly married and she had my brother, and she lived in a little village, and she went off on the bus. And when she got off the bus and she left my brother on the bus, she totally forgot. She walked in and she realized, oh my God, I've left the baby on the bus. There were no phones in those days. And she felt a tremendous sense of shame. 10 minutes later, the bus drove all the way back to this tiny village. Everybody came out of their door to have a look because it was going past the bus stop. And the bus driver brought the baby to my mother, who was horrified. But my little brother wasn't crying. He was having a great time. The bus driver was bouncing up and down. He was about 9 months old. He was having a great, no, maybe 6 months old. My mother was just so tired, she forgot. But the baby, my brother, wasn't affected, but my mother was. You know, if you leave a baby to cry, it will cry for a long time because it's sure you're coming. So if you shut a newborn baby in a cupboard, it doesn't go, oh, wow, they don't care about me. It cries for hours and hours and hours because its belief is someone is coming because I'm worth it. So there's one more question, just one more for you. You were born, I promise you, I guarantee you were born knowing you were worth it, worthy of love, worthy of attention. After all, in the womb, it was always 75 degrees. You had 24-hour room service. Somebody was always there. You had someone's heartbeat. So when you were born, you had an interesting belief. I can have whatever I want. I can wake up at 2 in the morning and be fed. I can wake up the whole house. They're going to hold me and rock me and feed me. And if I want to sleep all day and wake up when I can, because I'm worth it. You were born with that. So here's a question. What happened to that belief? Where did it go? And you see, a belief is just a thought you think a lot. That's all a belief is, a thought you think. So much it becomes a fleeting thought, then eventually a fixed belief. I can't do it. I look like an idiot. I'm scared. What if I get it wrong? These are thoughts, fleeting thoughts that over time become fixed beliefs. But we're going to get rid of them all today, not just for my client, but for you. So I'm going to have a quick look at some of your answers. Sorry, I have to really whiz down here because every time I answer them, another 100 come in. It feels exhausting to replay this belief. I never realized until you said that, what's it like to carry that with you, to play that in your head? It's draining, it's soul destroying, it's depressing, it's horrible, it's hell. It makes me feel sick. I have no energy. It's just a program I don't know how to get out of. Debilitating. So I'm glad you've seen that, because today we're going to get rid of all these beliefs. If you had faulty software in your computer, if my computer started to go all weird, I'd call in an expert, go, oh, there's a bug in there. And he would fix my computer. He'd overwrite this faulty software. It would start to feel shiny and perfect and fast, because he would overwrite faulty software. Well, we can overwrite the faulty software. And here, it isn't hard. It isn't difficult. It isn't even time consuming. We're told, oh, change is so hard and change is so long. No, you can change like that if you know how, and you're going to know how today. So today we're going to overwrite your faulty software, reprogram your brain. Your brain is very patterned. It likes patterns, both good and bad. It doesn't really care if the pattern's good or bad. It likes to go to what is familiar, one of your rules of your mind. This is my new book, by the way, Your Mind, Your Rules. And it talks a lot about how the brain is drawn to what's, even if it's bad for us. That's why you may be surprised to know that 75% of lottery winners are totally broke, bankrupt in 3 years. And 90% of inherited wealth is all gone in 3 generations because it was not familiar. And although it's hard to hear, if you have not had wealth or love, I promise you, you will reject it. Something called attachment. And if you try to pick up a baby who's been abandoned, they become rigid. It's like trying to pick up a feral cat. They don't snuggle into your arms and go, hey, I'm here. They scratch you and they wriggle because being held is unfamiliar. Your brain wants what is familiar. Today, we're going to learn to make good stuff, only good stuff, familiar, and bad stuff unfamiliar. So here's the last question to write for the moment. if I could wave a magic wand, if I could go abracadabra, bibbity bobbity, tell me what you want, pretend I'm a Spice Girl, tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and I'm going to give it to you. My job is to give you what you want, and your job is to make it so clear, not I want more money, well, here's $5, I want more love, for how long and with who, but very clear. If you could have one wish and it could only work, what would you wish for? That's the last question for the moment. I'm going to come back to your questions later. Some of these things are so sad. I was abandoned. I was given up for adoption. I was hit. I was abused. I was neglected. I was left in a cold house. You know, one of my clients said his mother was a children's nurse, and she would go to the hospital every night and nurse, and she left him in a house with no heating, no food, and no person. He was 5, and he was left in a cold bedroom. But every now and again, she'd bring these sick children home and nurse them at home. She'd put the heating on just for them. She'd make them special food. But she neglected him. And that was so weird, because on the one hand, you thought, well, hey, my mum is a mean, cold person, but she likes these other kids. Therefore, it must be me. So I'm going to just tell you one more thing before we move on. If for whatever reason your parent did not appear to love you, they didn't show you and tell you, and with that generation where they just didn't do that, you didn't stop loving them, you stopped loving yourself immediately and permanently. Because until the age of 6, you had no logic, just feeling. And a child thinks like this: my dad doesn't visit because I'm not worth visiting. My mom isn't nice to me because I'm not nice. My dad's depressed because I don't make him happy. People get angry with me because I guess I'm failing. One of my clients said when his parents dropped him off at boarding school, and when they were told, you know, drive away, it's very dramatic, just drive away, it's all good, we'll handle it. And his first thought was, gosh, I failed as a son, they don't want me. You know, he believed that for 35 years. He never told them he was being bullied or abused or hurt, because his feeling was, but they sent me away because I failed as a son and they don't want me. The truth is, they were spending a lot of money on his education. They thought it was a good thing. It wasn't a good thing. But you see, that's the thing that goes on. It's never being sent to boarding school. It's the belief you have as you're sent there. They don't want me. I'm a nuisance. I failed. They want to get rid of me. They're paying someone else to look after me because they don't care. So your wishes, if you could have one wish, I want freedom to live life exactly the way I want it to. I want to be happy. I want to be abundant. I want love. I want success. I want joy. All we want, by the way, is to feel loved and accepted and to feel that we matter and to have a career that gives us something. So I'm going to go straight into my coaching. But I want you, when I'm coaching this beautiful lady, Jo, I want you to imagine I'm coaching. When I ask her questions, I want you to answer the questions, even though the question may not be relevant, make it relevant to you. Think, okay, I could change that question a bit. So if you could bring Jo on, please, that would be amazing. I can see you on the screen, Jo. So if you could unmute yourself. So I don't know very much about Jo, except for one thing. She's had 2 published books, and only 1% of us amazingly get books published. 80% of people want to write a book. Only 1% get to that level of having it published by a publisher the equivalent of Penguin or Macmillan or Hachette. So she's had 2 books published and they haven't succeeded. And I'm going to find out why, and I'm going to make sure that she gets those books to sell, because I love solving problems. So Jo, I have to ask you some questions. I want you to be as honest as you can. So first of all, who are your publishers of your 2 books?
So the first one, Marissa, was Pan Macmillan, and the most recent one is Orion.
Okay, and Orion's part of Penguin, is that right, or is it Hachette?
It's Hachette, yes.
Which is the 2nd biggest publishing house in the world after Simon Schuster. So for them to give you a book deal, they had to believe in you. Did you have an agent or did you do this yourself?
I have an agent.
Okay. So the book was published. You got a book advance. They published your book. Very exciting. But you said they just didn't sell.
Yes, that's right.
So I want you to ask yourself a question. What is it, in your opinion, that stopped these books from selling? Somebody believed in you. So many people get turned down at the publishing stage and you got accepted. So what has happened to make these books not sell?
When I got the first book deal, I was so happy and so confident about it, and just so thrilled to be able to pursue writing because it's all I ever wanted to do. And then, actually, very quickly, I feel like my life kind of fell apart. Straight after getting the book deal, both of my parents were diagnosed with terminal cancer. I moved back home to care for them. My long-term relationship broke up. I lost my job. And really quickly, I was absolutely broke, grieving my parents and then caring for another relative. I think that had a massive impact on it. But also, I think I'd never known anybody who had ever written a book. I came from a family where we never had any money. My dad never had a stable job. And also, I was afraid of being seen, in a sense, as in I hated having my photograph taken or appearing in videos or anything like that. So I don't do any social media. This is really scary for me, actually, because
So
I'm not used to.
this is interesting to me because, I'm a writer. I'm just writing my 8th book. And to be a writer, it's like saying I want to be a dancer, I don't want to be seen. I want to be an actor, I don't want to be seen. I want to be a writer with an audience, because you don't want to be a writer. You want to be a writer who's known, because you could write a book and nobody could buy it. That's not really being. Writers want to write so their audience read their book, go, I love that book. I love that Joanna. What a great book. It was really interesting. So you didn't just want to write a book, because you could write a book and give it away at your village fete, and that wouldn't really be enough, would it? Everybody can write a book, but if you write a book and it doesn't sell, it's like saying I made a product, nobody bought it, it's just died. So you must have wanted to write a book that sold. And so you said something really interesting. One of the rules with the brain is it cannot hold conflicting beliefs and it can't hold conflicting thoughts. Here's you, I'm going to write a book, I'm going there, but the conflicting beliefs make me do that. I'm now going in 2 lanes. I want to write a book, but I don't want to be seen. And I want the audience to think of your conflicting beliefs. It's a rule of the mind. The mind cannot hold conflicting beliefs and it can't hold conflicting thoughts. We've just identified it. I don't want to be seen. I want you to do something that I find so life-changing. I want you to keep adding the word because is the most influential word in the English language. It's an open, I don't want to be seen because. Just answer that as quickly as you can without filtering it too much. I don't want to be seen because. Go ahead, don't think about it. It's what I call lose your mind and come to your senses. Your mind knows why you don't want to be seen. And I think this is a huge issue with your book not selling, because you're writing something that makes you public property without wanting to be seen. So I want you to say out loud, even though it feels hard, it's not hard, it feels unfamiliar. I don't want to be seen because.
I don't want to be seen because it doesn't feel safe.
And it doesn't feel safe because.
It doesn't feel safe because I feel like I'll be rejected.
And who could reject you if you were seen?
People close to me, readers. If it's not selling now, but I feel like I can almost use the excuse that I'm not trying to sell it myself.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're not.
I'm not.
And you're not trying to sell it because you don't want to be seen. And you don't want to be seen in case someone rejects you. Is that it? The big thing, is it being rejected?
Yes.
You see, when I wrote my first book, and this is certainly not about me, I actually had no idea that the work involved in selling a book was longer than writing a book. I wrote a book or went to, maybe everyone loved it. But then my agent said, well, now you got to do all the work. You got to write articles for magazines, go on talk shows, go around the whole of England doing book signings. I had no idea how much work that was, but I wanted my book to sell. And then I met Wayne Dyer, who told me that he couldn't even get a publishing deal. He self-published his book, put it in the trunk of his car, and he spent 2 years driving around America with thousands of books in his trunk, booked himself onto a local radio show, and then at the end of the tour say, yeah, this book is on sale. Carter's bookshop down the road. Then he'd race to Carter's bookshop and say, hey, I've just mentioned you were coming in to buy the book. He'd signed a lot of books. Took him 2 years and he became a bestseller, but he worked really hard. He was on the road in motels for 2 years because it mattered so much. Now, for you, it matters so much, but you won't do that because you might be rejected. And you're not wrong there, because our greatest fear is the fear of being rejected. When we're born, we have a primal need to find connection, avoid rejection. And there's no doubt that someone could go, oh my God, I hate this book, it's rubbish. But you wrote it knowing that for someone who loved it, somebody wouldn't, and you can't control that. You can't control it at all. Somebody said about me just this week, I don't know what's the wrong thing about that woman, what's on her head or what comes out of her mouth, which is kind of mean, but I just immediately blocked her and thought, well, she's allowed to have that opinion. I didn't really take it. I was just, just block them. I used to reply to people like that, but it just made them worse. So I just block them and move on. So what is it about being rejected by some people that's so scary for you? Because your brain, apart from wanting you to be accepted, wants you to be safe. And you're somehow signaling to your brain that you're not safe. You've written a book, that's the hard bit. You've got a publishing deal, your publishers like it very much. But it seems like you don't feel safe to promote it. And why do you not feel safe to promote your book? What is it? And by the way, you're helping all the audience here, you're being very brave, because they've also got the same issues. I want to go on a date. What if they don't like me? I want to go for this promotion, open my own business, get a pay rise. But my great fear is, what if somebody doesn't like me? So I'm going to ask you another question first. Do you like everyone in the whole world? Do you like everyone that exists on the planet?
No.
Do you think it would be unreasonable to like everyone on the planet?
Yes, completely unreasonable.
So if you don't like everyone on the planet, why do you need everyone on the planet to like you and your book?
I think because I equate safety with being liked or with getting on with people.
Okay, so where does that come from? Because obviously, again, a little baby doesn't have any idea they're not liked. Where does this come from that if you're not liked, you're not safe? What happened in your life to make you see, again, this is not a belief you're born with. Babies expect everyone to like them. It's a belief you acquired. Where did you acquire the belief that if I'm not liked, I'm not safe?
I think the main thing was I was bullied really badly at school, all the way through.
Sorry, go on. You were bullied really badly.
Yeah, from the age of 5 all the way through to maybe the age of 15.
And do you know why these children picked on you? Why they bullied you?
I always felt different. And I never went to nursery or to preschool or anything like that. I was ill a lot as a child. So my mum didn't work. My mum kept me at home with her, and I didn't socialize with other kids. My siblings are all between 10 and 15 years older than me. So it was just me and my mum, and I didn't really know how to relate to other children.
Could you say, I always felt different because, and tell me what was it that made you feel different?
I always felt different because I didn't know how to make friends, and also because my mum was quite religious.
Okay.
And that made me feel different to the other kids as well.
Sure. So you see, when you're a little kid, you belong. Being the stage of a kid, I like Barbie, I like Barbie, I like pasta, I like pasta, I like Lego, I like Lego. Oh, we're alike now, we're friends. My father was my head teacher, and I felt so different. And I realized it's like a curse. You walk through this curse. I'm not like you, I'm different. And here's the thing, your greatest need is to connect. So a little girl of 5, she's got a very religious mother, goes to school later than the other kids without preschool and feels different. And you had a very valid reason to feel different because your mother was very religious and their mothers, I'm assuming, weren't. But what happens is you take that with you. I took this being the head teacher's daughter, not being like the other kids, with me for years until I realized I was self-perpetuating. At first it happened, then I continued it. So a little girl, a very religious mother, different to the other kids, that was your life. But I think you've taken it with you today. And here's another rule of mine: whatever you focus on, you move towards. And if you focus on how you're different, that's where you go. So what do you do today that makes you feel different? Because the truth is, you're the same as every person. You have the same fears, the same worries. Our greatest fear is to be rejected. Our second greatest fear is to be different. And if you have those, guess what? You're not different. You're the same as all of us because you've got the same fears. If you fear being different and 80% of us fear it, that must mean you're the same as me and I'm the same as you. So what is it that makes you feel different today?
I feel like a failure.
Because, keep saying, because I feel like a failure because.
I feel like a failure because I'm now 45. I feel like I've managed to create good opportunities in my life. And then something has happened and I haven't followed through with them. So I've never had a stable income. I've never had a stable home. Right now, I'm in this was my childhood bedroom, Marissa. I'm back in what used to be my mum and dad's home. I stayed there after they died because I didn't have any money. I don't own anything. And I look at my friends, you know.
Did you inherit this property?
Well, my brother did.
Okay.
So,
but so he shared, you didn't inherit it, he did.
Yes, he did.
But he shares it with you.
Yes, that's right.
So you feel like a failure, but the universe has given you 2 book deals. So you can't, 1% of people get published. Therefore, you can't be a failure because 1% of us want to be published. And 80% want to write a book, more actually. But it sounds like the universe is sending you stuff, but you're not allowing it to happen. So you're the common denominator here, which is actually very good news. You've written 2 books, you're writing a third. We can make that third book sell. It's not the writing of the book, it's your reluctance to promote it. I've trained 20,000 therapists. I say to them all the same: listen, it doesn't matter how good you are. If nobody knows where you are or who you are, you have to tell people you're good. There are 7 habits of success. One of them is they tell you they're good. Gordon Ramsay would say, I'm a fucking amazing chef and you're lucky to come to my restaurant. Jamie Oliver would say, I'm really good. You're going to have the best food in your life. They wouldn't go, well, I don't want to say I'm good, I'm just average, because nobody would turn up. And, if you went to a doctor and said, I'm very ill, you'd want to go to a doctor who said, I'm the best, not, well, I'm average me, but I'll do what I can. You go, oh no, I want something. When I got run over, I had to find the best bone doctor in London. I had 16 breaks in my leg. And he said, I'm the best bone doctor. I'll fix you. The other one said, I really only work with knees. I'll do what I can, but there's no guarantee. I couldn't get out of there fast enough because he told me the truth. I'm a knee doctor, not a leg doctor. So people are very reassured by confidence. They like people who say, I'm good. They like people who say, this is a great book. So you're right when you said you don't follow through. You do get opportunities. You're not a failure. You've got a writing brain. You can express yourself. Shakespeare said, from pain comes art. All of your painful childhood. For a while, we had all these books called misery memoirs. They were leaping off the shelves. People love reading about pain. No one says, hey, I want to read about a fantastic life. But I want to read about someone who struggled. And most of our great writers, I'm thinking of Catherine Cookson, who wrote about pain. I'm thinking about the guy who wrote Angela's Ashes. Even Bridget Jones' diary is about being rejected over and over again. So you can write, that's not your problem. Your problem is you will not promote yourself because. So I want you to say, I won't promote myself because, and now we're going to start fixing it for you.
Okay. I won't promote myself because I don't think I'm good enough.
And what's it like to carry that belief with you every day? What does that do to your psyche to wake up and go to bed believing that you're not good enough?
It's started to really have an effect on me. It's grinding me down in everything I do. It's affecting the choices that I make
Mhm.
and what I put myself forward for. I'm waking in the night thinking about it.
So where does this belief come from? You were not born with it. Where does it come from?
I think it comes from school. I think
Mhm.
it comes from school.
And how long ago did you leave school?
30 years ago.
So it's a belief you haven't really experienced for 30 years. You got bullied. That was horrible. I went to my dad's school in a different uniform to all the other kids, felt like a freak. But it was 30 years ago. So why are you keeping it going?
I suppose I survived school by being quiet and not drawing attention to myself.
Sure. That was what made you safe. So your brain believes it's safe to be quiet.
Yeah.
So this belief that you're different, who told you that? Who told you were different?
I suppose nobody told me, but I felt it because I didn't have friends when I was a kid.
Okay. And do you have friends now?
Yeah, I have wonderful friends.
Good. So you see already it's not the same. See, what the brain is very good at is looking for, oh, it's the same. My dad didn't visit. Now I'm dating an idiot. I found someone who also doesn't, it's just the same. My mum was never there, and now I've got a partner who's never there. It's the same. And if we look for what's the same, whatever we focus on, we get more, but it's not the same. So I want you to go back to that little girl who's bullied at school. Close your eyes. Just and imagine you can see that little girl of 5. And in the audience, I want you to do the same thing. Go back and the age where you had some issues. And I want you to say out loud, really out loud, Joe, that's not me anymore because I've got loads of friends and nobody bullies me. So say that with conviction of voice. That is not me anymore because.
That's not me anymore because I've got lots of friends and I'm free to do whatever I want.
I want you to say it again with unshakable certainty, like you're justifying it to me. That is not me anymore because, and tell me why that's not you.
That's not me anymore because I make friends easily. I have wonderful friends. I'm part of wonderful groups. I feel loved and I feel safe.
I want you to say, for the rest of my long, gorgeous life,
For the rest of my long, gorgeous life,
I cannot and will not feel like I'm 5
I cannot and will not feel like I'm 5
or 10
or 10
or even 15.
or even 15.
I'm a beautiful, smart adult.
I'm a beautiful, smart adult.
I'm a writer.
I'm a writer.
I've already made my dream come true.
I've already made my dream come true.
I can't be that little girl at school, ever.
I can't be that little girl at school ever.
Because my life isn't going backwards.
Because my life isn't going backwards.
It's going forwards.
It's going forwards.
I can't change what's behind me.
I can't change what's behind me.
But I'm changing what's in front of me.
But I'm changing what's in front of me.
By changing what's inside me.
By changing what's inside me.
I'm not a 5-year-old child who's bullied.
I'm not a 5-year-old child who's bullied.
I'm a wonderful woman.
I'm a wonderful woman.
With wonderful friends.
With wonderful friends.
I'm a writer.
I'm a writer.
I'm ready to be seen and heard.
I'm ready to be seen and heard.
It's safe to be seen and heard.
It's safe to be seen and heard.
I feel safe to be seen and heard.
I feel safe to be seen and heard.
I'm making it safe to be seen and heard.
I'm making it safe to be seen and heard.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Because I'm ready.
Because I'm ready.
And I'm safe.
And I'm safe.
And I'm going to do whatever it takes.
And I'm going to do whatever it takes.
To sell my book.
Sell my book.
I'm going on television.
I'm going on television.
I'm going on book tours.
Going on book tours.
I'm going on book signings.
I'm going on book signings.
I can do it.
I can do it.
And that little 5-year-old inside is so excited.
And that little 5-year-old inside is so excited.
And so proud of me.
And so proud of me.
Because I can do it.
because I can do it.
The past is gone.
Past is gone.
It's never ever coming back.
It's never, ever coming back.
This is my life.
This is my life.
I'm making it a masterpiece.
I'm making it a masterpiece.
And the universe that gave me my brilliant writing skills
And the universe that gave me my brilliant writing skills
will support me in everything I do.
will support me in everything I do.
It wants me to be seen and heard.
It wants me to be seen and heard.
I want to be seen and heard
I want to be seen and heard
because I matter
because I matter
and I'm worth it.
and I'm worth it.
How does it feel to say that in your head as you begin to say something different with some energy, some certainty in your voice?
I could feel myself smiling as I was saying it.
Yeah. And your energy changed completely. You see, you are energy. We're all energy, and words are energy. The word failure, rejection, being judged is energy. But here's another word: being accepted, being loved. Have people write and go, "Oh my God, Joe, I loved your book. I couldn't put it down." Imagine that. Because the way you feel about everything, and I do mean everything, for everyone on this call comes down to just two things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you, and when you make pictures of I might be rejected, and go, yeah, but I might be accepted. People might not like it, they might love it. And if one person doesn't like it, who cares? You wrote it from your heart. So we have to wire this in and code this in. I'm going to do something with you, and I want the whole audience to do it together. So I want you all to look up, as if you're trying to look into your eyebrows. We're all going to change some history for everyone, not just Joe. Look up. Keep your eyeballs up, and keeping your eyeballs up, breathe in and out, and then just keep your eyeballs up, but close your eyelids down. And with your eyelids shut down, I want you to imagine you're going back in time. You're simply traveling back and moving back and going back to find a little girl who was bullied at school, or a child that wasn't wanted, a child who wasn't wanted from birth, a child who was bullied at school, a child who felt different, a child who had parents who were different. Just go back and find that child. Go back to the maternity unit where you were born. Go back to that school where you were bullied. Go back to that house where you were ignored. And I want you to pick that child up, wrap your arms around them, put your arms around yourself right now. Put your arms around yourself, Joe. And I want you to take that kid back to where you are right now. And I want you to say out loud some things that will simply feel unfamiliar. I want you to say out loud with conviction in your voice. Everyone on this call, I want you to say out loud, I'm becoming a loving parent to you now.
I'm becoming a loving parent to you now.
No one in the whole world
No one in the whole world
can play this role of loving parent to you
can play this role of loving parent to you
like I can.
like I can.
I love you completely.
I love you completely.
I love you unconditionally.
I love you unconditionally.
I'll always have time for you.
I'll always have time for you.
I'll always listen to you.
I'll always listen to you.
You and I have balance now.
You and I have balance now.
There's nothing we can't do.
There's nothing we can't do.
You live in my world.
You live in my world.
I'm upgrading you into my world.
I'm upgrading you into my world.
And my world is a nicer,
My
better,
world is a better,
safer place.
safer place.
You live in my world.
You live in my world.
And it's cool.
And it's cool.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
It's a world of friends.
It's a world of friends.
It's a world of possibilities.
It's a world of possibilities.
It's a world of love
It's a world of love
and acceptance.
and acceptance.
And as I upgrade you into my world,
As I upgrade you into my world,
as I install you in my world,
as I install you in my world,
you can never go back to that other world.
You can never go back to that other world,
not even in your daydreams.
not even in your daydreams.
You can't go back because life doesn't go back.
You can't go back because life doesn't go back.
It goes forwards.
It goes forwards.
And the first 10 or 15 years weren't great,
And the first 10 or 15 years weren't great.
but you got another 90 years to
You've
make
got
it
another-
amazing.
Make it amazing.
If your life was a massive clock, we're talking about the first 8 minutes. The first 8 minutes is behind you, but what's in front of you is everything. Say that. If your life was a huge clock,
If your life was a huge clock,
the first 8 minutes were disappointing,
the first 8 minutes were disappointing.
but you've got 52 more minutes to live your best life.
But you've got 52 more minutes to live your best life.
When you're a kid, you had no power.
When you're a kid, you have no power.
You felt helpless
You felt helpless
and you felt hopeless.
and you felt hopeless.
And today you have power.
And today you have power.
You get to choose every day how your life's going to be.
You get to choose every day how your life's going to be.
You can choose to let people love you.
You can choose to let people love you.
You can choose to let people in.
You can choose to let people in.
Because the only person who has the power to reject you is you.
Because the only person who has the power to reject you is you.
And you'll never do that.
And you'll never do that.
You're far too busy loving yourself, accepting yourself.
Far too busy loving yourself, accepting yourself.
So I want you to imagine that little kid is hovering above your head and is merging down, dropping down, merging into you. That little kid who felt alone is now taking up residence in your heart, in your body, in your life, in your world. And I want you to say, I've created a place in my heart for you.
I've created a place in my heart for you.
I've created a place in my world and in my life for you.
I've created a place in my world and my life for you.
And this is a world of possibilities.
And this is a world of possibilities.
There's no rejection, only acceptance.
There's no rejection, only acceptance.
I like myself.
I like myself.
I really like myself.
I really like myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I appreciate myself.
I appreciate myself.
I'm the same as everybody.
I'm the same as everybody.
Everybody is the same as me.
Everybody is the same as me.
I find connection everywhere I go.
I find connection everywhere I go.
Promoting my book is thrilling.
Promoting my book is thrilling.
It's elating.
It's elating.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
I wake up every day ready to do it.
I wake up every day ready to do it.
And when you see me,
And when you see me,
you see who I am.
you see who I am.
A beautiful person
A beautiful person
with a beautiful heart
with a beautiful heart
and a talented brain.
and a talented brain.
I like myself.
I like myself.
And if you like me too, that's great.
And if you like me too, that's great.
And if you don't,
And if you don't,
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Because I like myself so much.
Because I like myself so much.
I was put on this planet to find my gift,
I was put on this planet to find my gift,
master my gift,
master my gifts,
and take my gift to the world.
and take my gift to the world.
I've already done the first two,
I've already done the first two.
and doing the third is easy
Doing the third is easy.
because I'm ready.
Because I'm ready.
The only person with the power to reject me is me,
The only person with the power to reject me is me.
and I would never do that.
And I would never do that.
I'm a writer.
I'm a writer.
I was given a talent by the universe
I was given a talent by the universe.
And the same universe that gave me that talent is supporting me 1,000,000% in sharing it with the world.
And the same universe that gave me that talent is supporting me in sharing that with the world.
So just take a minute, everyone on the call, and especially, and imagine, I want you to imagine, Joe, if Ed Sheeran was a plumber, if Frank Sinatra was an engineer, if Shakespeare was a herder, if some of the best writers in the world became cooks, we'd have missed something amazing. When you're given a talent, you're given the talent to share it with the world. Frank Sinatra was not put here to be a petrol pump attendant. Adele was not put here to work in a store. You were given a talent to share it with the world. Because when you read a book and go, wow, that book touched me. That song moved me. Seeing that Olympic athlete jump so high made me feel good because they're a human like me. So the only person with the power to reject you is you. And now that you know you will never do that, you can go on stage. You can go on stage and go, no, I like it. I like it. I'm excited. You can play a song before you go on called This Girl Is on Fire. There's a very old song by Freddie and the Dreamers called I Like It, I Like It. And I used to play that song the first time I went on stage. I played that song, I Can Make You Feel Good by Shalimar. I picked particular songs with messages. I want to praise you like I do by Fatboy Slim. But This Girl Is on Fire. I Am Titanium. These are good songs. Every politician walks into the arena to Simply the Best by Tina Turner. So do athletes. Because all it does is it changes the picture in your head. So close your eyes now. Close your eyes and imagine you're going on your local TV station. They're so proud of you. You're a local writer and they're having you on to talk about your book. I want you to decide that this is exciting, that this is so lucky, you feel so fortunate. And I want you to imagine you going on Good Morning this morning, lots of TV shows. They want to hear about your book because you're the 1%. You're the 1%er who did it. And your story inspires others. You're like a mentor for other women who think, wow, look at Joe. If she did it, I can do it. You have a duty to help other women do what you did. So I want you to make the pictures in your head exciting. I want you to make the word, and I want you to think of a song that you're going to sing as you go on morning television. I'm excited. I like it. I'm having the time of my life from Dirty Dancing. Or even that song from Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. I'm having a good time. I'm having a ball. Because what songs do, they change the picture in your head and they change the words. So open your eyes. How do you feel now about doing the second part of your job?
So much better. So much better. I feel lighter. I don't feel in a panic about it. And what you just said about it being almost a responsibility to show other women like me that they can do it as well, that means something to me.
Yeah,
and I would like to be able to do
that. And you must. Good. So I'm going to send you a recording to listen to, and I'm going to have you just change some keywords and understand this brain is a proof-making robot. When you say, I can't be seen, it goes, okay, because it looks for evidence. And when you say, I can, it says, okay, because it looks for evidence. You're going to give it more and more evidence, more evidence. You're a beautiful woman with a beautiful heart, with a beautiful brain. You've got everything. And you've got to go out there and help other women say, wow, if Joe could do it. You see, that's what J.K. Rowling did, was it, if she could do it, I could do it. Some people inspire us. We go, look at that person, like Simon Weston, who was burnt in the Falklands and got married and had children. He gave hope to so many disfigured people. They said, if he can do it, he's got a wife that loves him, 3 kids. I can do it too. So you're glowing, you're ready. The only thing that can hold you back is a thought. And when you stop thinking a negative thought, where does it go?
I just feel like it's gone.
Of course it's gone. That's
gone.
exactly what happens. And you see, we make therapy so long, so complicated that you can change like that. When you stop thinking a negative thought, it doesn't exist. Replace a negative thought. Everything has an opposite. The opposite of fear is excitement. The opposite of panic is calm. The opposite of dread is readiness. The opposite of being rejected is being accepted. So flip your thoughts. And I promise you, you've already done it. You're going to be amazing. You already are amazing. You're just going to show us how amazing you are. And it's the best thing when people write in and go, I love your book. But it is your job to show them how good it is. It's your job to market it. And now you're ready. We're going to sit back and watch you. And you've got some beautiful comments here. People are really loving you. They're saying you're shining, you're glowing, your energy's changed. They want to buy your book. So what we've been doing is just a little bit of Upgrade Your Life. Upgrade Your Life is a 12-week course where every week someone like Jo, and Jo's going to be coming on in a few weeks' time to share her progress. Every week, someone like Jo will come on. It could be you. We're going to do live coaching for this one, but also for the entire audience. The person who's coming on next week is also amazing. Someone who also has a great issue with being rejected. So every week you will watch a live coaching call, and you may be the person who's chosen, but even if you're not, I'll be doing work with all of you, not just the person in the chair. Upgrade Your Life is based on RTT, rapid transfer. It says you can change in the blinking of an eye. When you transform your thoughts, everything changes. When you understand some rules of your brain and make them work for you, your life will be amazing. So I'm going to get Elise to come back, and we're going to answer some of your questions. And we're going to invite you back, Jo, in just a couple of weeks, because we want everyone to see that you've changed. You know, in the Bible, it says you can change in the blinking of an eye. It says, be transformed by the renewing of your thoughts. And every religious tome says the same thing. The Torah, the Quran, they all say, change your thinking, change your life, because it's what you think affects what you feel, affects what you do. The thought always comes first. When you change a thought, you change how you feel and you change what you do. We're so busy trying to change feelings and actions. You need to change the thought. Thought comes first. So Elise, do come back on, and we're going to answer some of these questions. And do stay, Jo, because some of the audience might want to ask you a question. Sure. And I want you to think of some of your favorite writers who were brave enough to go out there and share their story. And you see, the basis of people liking you is this: we like people who share. You shared the whole audience are in love with you now because you shared your vulnerabilities. You were real. And we love writers like that, who share their. Beryl Bainbridge was one. Edna O'Brien was another one who shared their vulnerabilities. It makes people love you. The girl Helen Fielding, who wrote Bridget Jones, was writing about her. She thought she had fat legs. She couldn't get a date. People loved her. They don't love somebody who goes, I'm perfect. My life's perfect. Here I am. We go, no, I don't like that. We share our vulnerabilities and people like us more. So, Elise, let's talk a little bit about Upgrade Your Life, how you can join, how you can apply to get some live coaching with me, and how you can change your life in 15 minutes and keep the change forever. Some people are asking Jo what her book is about. I don't know if you want to. You certainly don't have to. If you want to tell them, you can, because after all, you're ready now, but you're published. So if you want, because I know you've written 2 books, so you can tell them if you want to, but we're going to leave that option for you. And if you feel you want to, just let our team know and they'll put it in the chat bar.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you so much, Jo, for just being so open and honest and real and raw. I think a lot of us, myself included, could feel and just know exactly what you're feeling. So just seeing the transformation in you and seeing some of the comments as well, you know, with people just saying you look so much lighter, like I was watching you smile actually when Marissa was doing the last part of the session, and it was just beautiful. You're just like glowing now. So it is absolutely amazing the work that Marissa does, and thank you so much for volunteering today. So you've seen, guys, what's possible in just a few minutes. I think Marissa did that in about 25 minutes today. And imagine how you could change your life in just 12 weeks, because that's exactly why Marissa has developed this 12-week Upgrade Your Life program. And we would love you to be part of it. So you too can experience it like you have today, like Joe has today, but over 12 weeks to completely change every area of your life. And this is the most personalized program Marissa has ever done. You get to work with her over 12 weeks. And I think we're going to bring up some slides just to give you a little bit more detail on exactly what the program entails. So, George, if you can pop the slides up, we can tell everybody about this absolutely amazing program that Marissa has developed. And it really is the culmination of 40 years of her work. So, this really is such an amazing program. It's going to impact you every area of your life, confidence, success, and give you that life of freedom that you're looking for. So it's a 12 module course, as I mentioned, and it covers everything from confidence, relationships, wealth, health, life purpose, and basically goes in and does a little bit like what Marissa just did with Joe there, rewiring those beliefs behind each one. Why are we stuck? Why are we not, struggling in relationships? Why are we not getting that career success? Marissa is going to work with you on this. And how is she going to do that? Well, she's going to do weekly live coaching with you. So you're getting direct access to Marissa. She's going to do 9 live sessions of coaching with you, coaching you through all areas of your life and with a Q&A on each session. And she's also going to do 3 live RTT sessions with you as well. So you can watch Marissa run her signature method absolutely live. You've seen a taster of it today, but imagine being part of a small group with Marissa, having that access over 12 weeks. You'll also get access to a hypnosis audio and meditation library. And these are audios that are going to just support you in your 12-week journey. So help you to install those new beliefs in between the sessions so that each week's change is all cemented in, holds, and becomes familiar. You heard Marissa say, what you've got to do is make the unfamiliar familiar. And that's what those audios are going to help you to do. You're also going to get access to Marissa AI. So that's Marissa's therapeutic guidance in your pocket. So again, this isn't a generic AI. Marissa has poured her heart and her soul and 40 years of work into this AI tool, and it's amazing, and you're going to get direct access to it. You're also going to get access to masterclasses and workshops so that you can deep dive into all the areas that Marissa talks about with expert guests and short focused exercise as well. That's going to turn that insight into lasting change for you. And you also get to be part of a wonderful exclusive community. So that's a private group of members who are all on the same journey with you, all on the same boat. So you can share your breakthroughs. You can make those friendships in the room as they happen. So I'm really excited today because I have the opportunity to tell you that you could be part of this pioneer group. So this is a brand new program. Marissa's just launched it. We're launching on the 17th, starts on the 17th of August. And we really want you to be part of that pioneer group. So you'll be the very first people in the whole world to experience this. And as a pioneer member today, I'm so excited to announce this because you're going to get it at the lowest price this program will ever be offered at. So I'm going to tell you because you know what? I think it is this amazing price for working directly with Marissa. So usually the full investment is $4,997. But today, we're going to offer you an exclusive 40% pioneer savings. So the investment would actually be $2,997. So it's an amazing, you're getting to work directly with Marissa, one-to-one there in a group setting. You might even be chosen yourself to do a one-to-one like Joe's done today. And there's 2 ways that you can join today, because I know sometimes people are a little bit like, I don't want to book a call. I just want to get on the program because I want to have my life transformed. I want to have a taster of what Joe's experienced today and what the rest of the group has experienced today. So today you can scan the QR code. So it's on the top of my screen here, but it's also on the screen in front as well. And if you click on that screen, you can enroll directly and just jump on board today, or you can book a call with one of our life advisors if you'd rather get some questions answered or talk to them about payment plans. So you have that option there. But the one thing that I would like to stress as well is that if you sign up today, you're also going to get access to the intro module, but you're also going to get access to the full I Am Enough course, which is usually $297 in itself. So you can already start your personal development journey with Marissa before we even start the 12-week program. And then you're also going to get access to Marissa's Lifetime All Access Pass, which is yours free for life, usually $147 a year. And this is Marissa's full library of hypnosis audios, courses, her meditations, and again, for you to keep forever. I did mention that there's payment options available. It will show you on the page, but if you want to speak to one of our advisors as well, you can book that call, jump on and speak to one of them, and we would love to welcome you on board. But what I would say is that there's only a certain amount of places left. The Pioneer Group access is going to close on the 16th. So if you do want to jump on board, book your call or scan the QR code and buy now, because you don't want to miss this amazing opportunity to work with Marisa at this absolutely amazing price. So yes, jump on board today. You're going to get access to the intro modules. You're going to get I Am Enough. You're going to get that all access pass today. You're going to get access to Marisa AI. I forgot that one. Or jump on board, book a call with our team and speak to them. So a few people are kind of saying like how to book a call. If you scan the QR code that's on screen now, and maybe we can just put the direct link as well, because I know sometimes people are watching on their phones. And so they're like, how can I scan the QR code? Because I'm actually on here. So if we can pop the link as well into the chat, which I think someone's just done. So that's amazing. That would be brilliant. So this is such an amazing opportunity, guys. It really, really is. Marisa has poured her heart and her soul into developing this program over the space of probably about 2 years, Marisa, hasn't it? You know, it's been, you've poured everything into it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. And, you know, having been a therapist my entire adult life, I've seen very quickly what makes people change. And only therapy that changes your neural pathways works. So you have to have something, and that's signaling to the brain. When I was having Jo speak, she was signaling a different message to the brain. The brain was beginning to get the message. She's safe to show people who she is. And it's changing her neural pathways. It's not talk therapy. It's something much, much more powerful, neuroplasticity or psychoneurobiology, which means you are getting the brain to create a new pattern. The brain will let go of an old pattern and acquire a new one if you know how to signal to it. It's so much more than talk therapy. And by the way, of course, some of you are going to be lucky enough to get a live session, but I will be doing group sessions. So everybody in their own way will have a session, because I'll be doing some group work with the group, taking them back, understanding their blocking thoughts. And we'll be giving you some audio recordings. So during the 12 weeks, someone said, can I get an audio of this? Because a 20-minute coaching can change your entire life like that. But we do want to wire in and code in these changes. We want to wire them into the brain, which is very possible. So you will be getting recordings of every session you turn up to that you can play, and you'll find some become your absolute favorites, because the brain, neuroplasticity means the brain will reshape itself and change itself when it knows how. And not everyone knows how to change the brain. Some people think the brain is stuck, but that's just not true. So by playing the audios, you are coding in permanent, powerful, pervasive change, and it will last a lifetime. I've had people with agoraphobia, OCD fixed in 20 minutes, with panic attacks, with depression. And it's because a part of this is actually quantum physics. Quantum physics, the most reliable science, it says you're an energy, and your energy radiates from you. And if you can change your energy, you can change your life. But words are energy. The word torture is a different energy to the word calm. The word brave is different to the word scared. So this is actually quantum physics in action, changing your frequency. When you are scared, you have a low frequency. When you're confident, you have a high frequency. You have a high. I was just working with a little grandson. He said to me, "Nonna, Ziggy is brave." And he said it with such pride. He goes, "Ziggy is a brave boy." And I'm showing him that frequency. If I'm brave, I'm strong. We can do that. And he says, "We're not scared." He loves that song, "Going to Bed." He goes, "We're not scared. We're brave." And now he'll say, "I'm a brave boy," because he's getting that frequency of bravery, not, "Oh, I'm scared. There's a spider, there's a bug, there's an ant." And I said, "Well, let's go look at the spider." Can you imagine? He has to put on 8 pairs of football boots. It takes him so long to get rid of 8 pairs of Wellington. It takes him so long, 8 pairs of socks. He thought that was so funny that he immediately decided he liked spiders, because in the storytelling, I was changing his brain to feel sympathy for the spider who had to get on 8 pairs of socks every day and was always late for school. So in telling particular stories, when you tell a story, you get on someone's brainwave and they get onto yours, which is why it's a beautiful thing to be a writer, because when you write, when you speak, you get on someone's brainwave and they get on yours. And throughout this course, we are changing your brain. This is not wishing, this is wiring a new frequency into your very brain, so that you are brave and confident. So you have this thing where you elevate your sense of self-worth and self-value and self-image, and the world joins you up here. Sadly, when it's down there, they join you down there. And when you're a little child, of course, it's your parents' job to make you feel good and safe and brave. But today it is your job. And the good news is no one can do it better than you. And the second good news is I'm going to show you and code it into you over 12 weeks, a feeling of being confident, of having high self-esteem, high self-worth, self-love. When you fall in love with yourself with that frequency, the whole world joins you. When you want to find love, you have to change one thing. When you want to have success, you have to change one thing. And every week, we're going to cover particular issues, relationships, not just with the person you love, but with people at work, with your family. Then we're going to cover career success and how can you get right to the top and stay there. Then we're going to cover confidence, and we're going to cover your health. How can you dialogue with your body? You know, I've had cancer twice. I bounced back because I say I'm like a big rubber ball. I just bounce back. And because that's coded into my brain, that's exactly what happens. So we're going to do health, wealth, love, confidence, joy, self-esteem. Every week, a different subject. 12 different things that are getting in your relationship with money, your relationship with your body, your relationship with other people. And by 12 weeks, you won't be the same person. You may turn up with issues and worries, but you'll leave without them. And that's a wonderful thing. And it's going to be a joy and an honor to show you that change is not long. The brain is not complicated. The brain is very simple. People say it's a mystery to me. I'm mystified by my behavior. The mystery is not how you behave. The mystery is how you talk to your brain. I'm terrified. I'm an idiot. Everything goes wrong. I'm no good with people. I just can't do confrontation. I've got a terrible memory. This is the mystery. You're dialoguing with this powerful computer that is a proof-making robot. And when you say everything I touch falls apart, I get every illness going. In the winter, I'm besieged with every cold. I just have a memory like a sieve. The robot says, of course you have. Here's the evidence. When you say, I've got a phenomenal memory, I'm really good with people, people like me and I like them, the robot says, absolutely, I'm going to prove that too. Because it will prove whatever you tell it to prove. That's its job. And your job is to give it better things. You see, we make our beliefs and then they turn around and make us, let me have something called confirmation bias. I'm looking for proof of what I have chosen to believe. And when I've chosen to believe, I can do it. I can go on stage. I can get that promotion. I can get that job. I can find a beautiful person to love my very soul for the rest of my life. Of course you can. And indeed you will. So we're covering all the things, you know, after 40 years of being a top therapist, I know exactly what people want and need. What are the most important things? And over 12 weeks, you're going to get the same therapy my one-on-one clients get. I don't really see clients much anymore. But when I do, the work I do with them, the work I did with Joe is exactly what I do with an executive or a movie star, an Olympic athlete. So if you want to join in this 12 weeks and change your entire life, book a call. If you want to change the way Joe's changed, because she's glowing now, and notice you're holding your head up very high, and you look good, you're smiling too, that big smile where you could hold a pencil in your mouth. So if you want to change, if you say, I'd love to change, but I don't know how, I'd love to be free of stress and anxiety. I'd love to overcome depression. I'd love to excel in my career. I'd love to have a great relationship and make my existing relationship better. All you have to do is turn up. Yes, it is US dollars for 12 weeks, but you'll change from week 1. Halfway through, you think, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe it. And so many people say to me, no, I'm not the same person. You just changed me in 5 minutes. But you will change and you'll keep the change. Because we're all born with such potential. It's so sad that we lose it. It kind of leaks out of us. We have what we call adverse childhood experiences. And a lot of people say, you know, of course, your childhood has affected you and you had an awful childhood. But the problem is we believe that that's it. Some of the best people, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Eminem, had horrible childhoods. And here they are. Adele didn't see her dad. She was abandoned, living with a single parent in pretty much poverty. So was J.K. Rowling. So it isn't true that if you had a miserable beginning, that's it, you're cursed. Because some of the most successful came from nothing at all. J.K. Rowling came from nothing. Adele came from a broke single parent. Eminem, kids peed on him. They locked him in a locker. His mother gave him Valium every day because she couldn't cope. They lived in a trailer park. Wayne Dyer was brought up in a children's home. Oprah Winfrey was raped and had a baby at 14. Tony Robbins had 5 fathers before he was 18 years old. Some of the most amazing people came from nothing at all. In fact, Elise might tell you a bit about her story and her journey and how RTT changed her forever. And in Elise's case, it was the physical illness. Do you want to talk a little bit about the issue you had and how you were condemned to take medication for the rest of your life, and now you don't?
No, absolutely.
Again,
I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share. But before I do, we do start in 11 days, and I am being told that like spaces are filling up really fast because people obviously want to kind of jump on board, and you are going to get that special pioneer price, which is $2,997 if you book today. So scan that QR code or click the link in the comments and jump on board, because once that that cohort is full, that will be closed then. So we're gonna, I think the cutoff point they're telling me is the 16th, and then we start on the 17th. So that's 11 days time. So imagine you've got 11 days, you're on the countdown, you're going to go and you're going to do the I'm Enough program, which I'll talk about in a second. You're going to go and check out Marissa AI. You're going to get all those things that you get access to as soon as you sign up. If you sign up today, you're going to get direct access to those things straight away. And then 11 days time, your journey starts with Marissa. But my journey started with Marissa actually from doing the I Am Enough program many, many years ago when I was struggling with multiple sclerosis, very low confidence, trapped in a horrible toxic marriage and feeling very stuck in my life. And I did the program because I was at home at the time with my young son and he went off to nursery, and I thought I need to do something positive because at that point in my life, I was full of anxiety, really battling and feeling grief over being diagnosed with a chronic health condition and basically thinking my life was over. But my son was my inspiration and still is my inspiration. He's 13 now, my goodness. And I thought I have to do something to improve my life, even if it's to improve my mindset rather than my physical health. And I did the I Am Enough program. And it's so funny because I do think like the universe sends you signs, and I kept seeing adverts for it. And I thought, I love Marissa. I'd already listened to Marissa's work. And when I watched her on YouTube, it was like she was directly speaking to me. So I thought, yes, this is a sign. And I signed up for the I Am Enough program. And the transformation that it gave me in that short space of time was just immense because it gave me confidence. But more than anything, it gave me hope. Hope that there was life beyond chronic illness, life beyond anxiety. And it actually led me into a much longer journey where I actually went and did RTT sessions, which helped me with anxiety. After one session, felt so much better, lighter, lifted. And then I went and did sessions around the chronic health condition, multiple sclerosis. So I did those sessions, and the transformation in me when the doctor said to me, you will just get gradually worse over the years. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed. I'm now stable, completely stable. All my MRIs are pretty clear to the point where my neurologist recently said to me, here's your MRI scan. You've got lesions here on your brain, on your spine. How are you so well? And I said, because I chose to be well. And Marissa Peer showed me that I can choose to be well, and I choose to be well, and I am now. So you never know where these little journeys, when you pick up these things or you see these signs or you see these programs and you think there's something within me which is saying I should do this, follow that intuition. So if you're sitting there today and you're thinking, I've tried everything, I just want change in my life, just know that change is possible, because I think for a lot of people, they were like me, I was just in despair, just in a pit of anxiety, thinking nothing's going to help me. I've tried lots of things and it's not helped me. And I just have to be happy with what I've got in my life now, which was wholly my son. He was my focus then. He's my focus now. But you can have change in your life. So start that journey with Marissa. Jump on board. This program covers so much more. I mean, the I Am Enough program in itself is absolutely immense. And if you join today, you're going to get direct access to that right now. So you're going to scan that QR code. You're going to sign up today. You're going to get access to that I Am Enough program, which changed my life. And I know it will change yours as well. But this program, one of the team members actually described this as I Am Enough on steroids, because it is. It's like all of Marissa's work just condensed in to this amazing 12-week program. So if you want change, if you're feeling stuck, this is the program for you, and this is your sign. So jump on board today. So Marissa, we've got lots of questions, so I just want to kind of try and plow through some of the questions, if that's okay.
And by the way, it isn't just for the classical things. I want to succeed in my career. I want to find love. A lot of people come on with OCD, with anxiety attacks, with panic attacks, with chronic migraines. And we pretty much fix everything. You know, doctors will tell you that 80% of illnesses now are not caused by diseased organs, they're caused by diseased thinking, which is great news because you can change a diseased thought like that. Diseased organ is antibiotics, even a transplant. So we are working with health issues too, and we are giving you payment plans. We recognize that for some of you, finance is an issue too. We're going to work a lot on abundance, money blocks. You know, money blocks is a real thing. Your relationship with money is fixed before you are 7 years old. When your parents say, well, we can't find the money, don't know where the money's coming from, they are wiring you to have a belief that you can't find money. And again, this proof making, when you say, I don't know where the money's coming from, I can't find it, you actually want people to believe that people like us, we don't have that. So we're going to do a lot of rewiring, because everything, your health, your wealth, your relationships are all limited by this belief that there's a ceiling, there's a floor, that other people can have it and you can't. And that isn't true. You can have everything, and we will give you a payment plan for people who say it's a little hard, I'm struggling. We do have payment plans because we want to help you have abundance in everything, your career, your health, your wealth, your love, your joy, the whole lot. So, but let me answer some of your questions.
Amazing. So a few people have asked about the schedule for the calls. So I know Catherine's added it to the chat behind the scenes. She's just added it to the chat there. So I think we've got that a couple of times. But yes, we start on the 17th. The cohort for this one closes on the 16th. Like I say, spaces are really limited because Marissa likes to keep this. She doesn't want to have tens of thousands of people on one group. She likes to keep it as a small cohort. So we do close it on the 16th. So once those spaces are all full, we will close it. So it might close before the 16th. So if it is something that you want to do, I would say jump on board today, click the QR code, click the link in the comments and jump on board and transform your life. You know, you've had a taster of that today, but imagine doing that over 12 weeks with Marissa, just amazing. And that's 9 coaching sessions and 3 RTT sessions as well, which is just, it's such a brilliant opportunity to work with Marissa directly. And some people will be chosen as well from the audience to do one-to-one sessions like she's done with Joe today. So it really is amazing.
Just one thing very quickly, Elise. People are asking, does it work on eating disorders? It's one of the things we work on a lot, dieting. The brain doesn't like the word loss. When you talk about losing weight, it makes the brain want to get lost back because all pain is linked to the word loss. So we will be covering, because that's for a lot of people a big issue, their weight, their relationship with food. Someone else said their boyfriend has MS, so they should really book a session with you, Elise, because you could fix that in one session. But
no, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I should add, is that I obviously got myself well and then was so inspired by that I revisited a dream that I had 20 years previously to retrain as a therapist. And now I'm an RTT therapist and help people with severe anxiety and chronic health conditions to get well too. So yes, you know, you can change, you can transform your life. It is all about, you know, how you rewire your brain. Positive thinking goes beyond positive thinking with RTT. It's just absolutely amazing. Marissa, just touching on what you were saying before, because I've seen quite a few people ask this question. So I'm just going to read through what the 12 modules are. I know you've touched on the areas.
And also people want to know the timing. What is it? I think it's 90 minutes a week, isn't it? Or is
90,
it
yeah, 90 minutes a week.
Minutes.
Catherine, if you can just post the times again, I can see them on my screen here, but there's so many comments that I'm kind of struggling to scroll through them. But yes, 90 minutes.
And by the way, if ever you can't make it, you will get a full recording. So if you say, no, I couldn't make that one, or I'm in Australia or in somewhere else, or I was traveling, we're aware that we're starting this in peak August when people are traveling. If you have to miss any of it, you'll get a full live recording. So that's fine. And if you didn't get the chance to send in your questions, you can just email them and we'll still answer them for you.
Amazing. So I'll just run through quickly the 12 modules so that everybody knows. So there's Unlock the Secrets of the Mind, Building Unshakable Self-Worth, Embracing Unstoppable Confidence, Mastering the Secrets of Success, Elevate Your Healthy Living, Nurturing Your Body, Cultivating Meaningful Relationships, Attracting and Maintaining a Loving Relationship, Enhancing Vibrant Intimacy, Upgrading Your Money Mindset, Activating Abundance, and Discover and Live Your Life Purpose. So it really does cover every single area of your life. And all 12 modules include the live coaching call with Marissa, the hypnosis audios that I mentioned earlier, and the nicer meditations as well, Marissa, isn't there, in the library?
Yeah. The nice
workshops and
meditations are
daily
amazing.
exercises, so that you're not just doing the sessions, you've got your homework in between, so that you're just getting the very best out of the entire program. And then obviously the live monthly RTT sessions and the replays, the masterclass library, the Marissa AI, the access to I Am Enough. Gosh, it's so much. But I mean, it's just such an amazing offer today as well, that because Marissa just wants this to be available to everybody out there. Because, you know, I know, Marissa, that you actually started the RTT school, didn't you? Because you were like, I want to help everyone, but I am just one person. And that's where it
Yeah.
started, wasn't it?
And a lot of people came on the RTT training and spent like $15,000 and said, oh, I've just come to work with you. I don't even want to be an RTT therapist. I want to work with you. And we thought, wow, if they're willing to spend all that money just to be in a room with me and fix their own issues, again, migraines, irritable bowel, skin breakouts, insomnia, all the things we hear. So I've known for a long time that I needed to make a personal development course. And I was supposed to start it last year, but I was writing my book and then my podcast, also Your Mind, Your Rules. So I was planned to do this in January. In fact, I planned to do it 3 years ago. But finally, when I was in hospital having been run over, I actually got to put it all together. But it's taken quite a long time to find the time in the diary to have 12 weeks to work with you. But I've always wanted to do this, to work. I mean, I train people to work with other people, but this is me working with you with all of your issues, physical, personal, mental, emotional, you name it. You can turn up with them, but you will not leave with them, because we know how to fix you really easily.
Guys, there's been a couple of messages in the chat that people have gone to book calls, but there's no more slots. So if you can just open up a few more slots to book those calls. So those calls are basically, there's no, you know, you don't know, you'd have to go on and make a decision right away. It's really to find out more information, for you to ask any questions that you have. The sales team will tell you all about the different payment options and things like that. So if you did want to book the call, I think they are just about to open up some more slots now, so you can book that call. Or you can just click the Buy It Now link. It will take you through that. I can see that there's payment plans and payment options there as well, so that you can split the payment over. So yes, we'll be opening those slots soon. So just keep clicking, keep clicking. But I just want to go through some of the questions, Marissa. There are so many, by the way. I've been trying to kind of keep track, and the lovely team behind the scenes have been keeping me right. But question here, I know that I have to delete my old mindset and start afresh. I've already left my job, my home, my bad habits, yet I'm still not seeing improvement in my material world or my healing journey. How can this program help me to change and help me to succeed?
Well, you have to change at a subconscious level. The mind has a lot of fears. We're run by fears. We're run by a feeling that we're not safe. And it's all subconscious. It's like, again, I consciously know if I go to the top of a building and look down, I'm safe. If I look over at my banner, says I'm safe, and my body says, no, I'm not safe. So there's logical work, and then there's subconscious work. And here's the thing. The subconscious mind will always rule the conscious mind. Logic will be defeated by emotion every single time. Emotion will always beat logic. So logical therapy doesn't really work. So it's saying to an alcoholic, why don't you have a cup of tea instead of a glass of wine? They look at you like you're utterly insane, because they logically know that, but their brain can't do it. You have to rewire the brain, recode the brain, reset the brain. If you say to someone who's an alcoholic over and over again, you love drinking coffee, you love drinking juice, you're indifferent to alcohol, because opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. With the right frame, you can get someone to stop drinking, stop overeating, stop using drugs, stop taking pain medication. But you can only do it at a deep subconscious level. You have to change the neural pathways. Tapping is great. Someone just said to me, but I hear this only lasts for 90 days. No, the other stuff only lasts for 30 days or maybe 40. Someone said to me, I did tapping to stop eating bread. I had to do it every week. The minute I stopped, I ate bread again, because it's not changing your neural pathways. It's not doing deep change work. It's like saying, I mowed my lawn and got rid of the weeds, and then they came back. Of course they did, because you have to work at root level. So what we do is really powerful. And most people say, I've read books, I've done courses, I understand all this stuff, and yet I'm still eating tubs of ice cream, still biting my nails, still pulling out my eyelashes. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong is the way you're dialoguing with your brain, the way you're communicating with yourself, and the fact that you don't know how. to make these change your neural pathways. So we do powerful work. Then we give you powerful audios to wire in and code in that change. And that's why Elise is still here, free of ME. It's why I bounced back from cancer, was that I could never have a baby and had a baby very easily. It's really how you dialogue with the brain. It has to be so you've got to code into it certain things and use what I call military type language. And we'll be doing a couple of sessions on deep, powerful healing, direct encoding, compelling the body to heal itself, which is why I had cancer and a week later I was on stage with Richard Bandler. I felt like I had it and the next day I didn't, because I used my brain to make my body recover. And that's not a miracle. That's every day your psychology talks to your biology. What is your psychology telling your biology? And how can you change that? Well, just work with me. I'll do it all for you, but give you enough audio so the change is permanent. So I hope that answers that question.
Amazing. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Charlotte and Susan, who've already signed up, Marissa.
Good, amazing. And
So
someone
looking
else said
forward
they were worried about money, but they've looked at the payment program and they're coming on it too. So we're very happy to have you. We want all of you to come. I want all of you to realize that, of course, you can have the life of your dreams. You know, my brother and sister went to private school. I went to the States where I was the girl least likely to. My parents wouldn't pay for my education, but they paid for my brother and they paid for my sister. I don't know quite what they thought that would do to me, but what it did to me was give me something called I'll Show You. And now I'm more successful. They wouldn't mind me saying that. And all of them, I was on stage with Anna Winter last year thinking, gosh, I come from a little village in Cambridge, didn't even get to go to a private school like my brother and sister. But it's not where you come from. And it's not what happened to you. It's the meaning you make of it, the interpretation you put on it, and your ability to change it. And when you can do that, you can do anything at all.
Okay. I can see that Marion's asking, where do I find the payment plan? On the page, you can book a call with our team and speak to them directly about it. Or there are also payment options when you scroll down to the bottom of the page to the Buy Now link as well. There's options there to pay in installments. But if you want to hear about the full range of the payment plans, you can just book a call with I think we call them our life sales team now. So you can just jump on board. You can ask them any questions that you might have about the program. They're there to help you. Trust me, it's never a hard sell here because that's not what we're about here. So if you've got questions that you want to ask beforehand, just jump on board, book that call. You can scan the QR code or you can click the link in the comments. And yes, jump on board because we do only have 11 days to start. So I'm really excited for this one. I can't wait to see how all the pioneers get on in the first round. So Marissa, just a few more questions.
Yes.
I have found one here. I'm 41 and have been trying to conceive since 2021. Naturally, IVF, I've tried everything. I don't know what my subconscious blocks are, and I've started withdrawing from people now who keep asking. Marissa, how do I become a mother, and will this program help me?
You know, I got pregnant naturally when I was 47, so it certainly can happen, and I've helped many people. So the brain will have blocks. If you've ever had a miscarriage, if you ever, when you were 18, thought you were pregnant, oh my God, this is like the worst thing ever, which happened to me. When I was 18, I thought I was pregnant. So I thought, oh, my dad's going to be so disappointed. And then after that, I never had a period again for 15 years because obviously I told my brain I didn't want that. So something called psychobiology means what is the brain telling the body? And with pregnancy, it often says you're not safe. So there's a lot of pregnancy blocks: fear of hospitals, fear of birth, fear of miscarriage, fear of the baby not loving you, fear of your job not ever being listened, fear of your partner leaving you. So there's so many different blocks to do with having a baby. And then even when you're pregnant, you know, here's the funny thing. If you say I'm trying to get pregnant, you might as well say bananas and apples because your brain doesn't know what trying to get pregnant means. The word trying is a misdirect. It means failing. Trying to fall pregnant is even worse because we are born with a fear of falling. A newborn baby will do that. They free fall because they're so scared of it and they think that will break their fall. So trying to fall pregnant, that's a state. It's not having a baby. It's just being pregnant. You could have 8 pregnancies and never have a child. When you say I'm trying to fall pregnant, you have totally confused your brain because I'm a mystery. I can't get pregnant. The mystery is you're saying I can't get pregnant rather than I'm making a perfect, I'm conceiving the most healthy, robust, perfect. I was told I could never have children. And I had a perfect baby who's just had her perfect second baby. Wow, they wouldn't even be here if I believed what I was told. You will never conceive a baby, never carry a baby to full term. And even if you could never have a normal baby. But I did. And then I helped many other people have healthy, normal babies. But don't say trying to fall pregnant, say making a perfect, healthy robot. So don't say trying to fall asleep. Again, that's so confusing. You're not trying. We don't want to fall. Even going to sleep is weird to the brain, because where are you going? Just going to bed and turn all the lights off. You say sleep is coming to me. A lot of work we do is simplifying something that the brains find so complicated, sending different messages, dialoguing. You know, our words shape our reality, and often our reality has gone completely wrong because we shaped it with the wrong words, the wrong intention, the wrong meaning. But you can change all of that. And certainly at 41, you can have a baby. In fact, when I was pregnant at 47, I didn't have that baby. And when I went to have a termination, I always remember the clinic was full of middle-aged women, teenagers. And I said, oh, look, mums. And they said, oh, these are not, this is our demographic, teenagers and middle-aged women of 45. None of these are mothers and daughters. These are 45-year-old women who thought they couldn't get pregnant like you, and 17-year-old girls who thought they couldn't get pregnant. So I always thought that was interesting. The rate of women having babies over 40 is tripling every single year. So you've got to have your psychology, telebiology. I'm super fertile. My eggs are robust. And you can join the club of many, many women. Diana Ross had 2 children. I think she's got 5 kids, but she had her 2 sons at 45 and 47. There's a very famous actress, her name will come to me in a minute, who got pregnant at 47 and 49, didn't even try, just happened. And then there's a very famous poet, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who had 100 years ago, she had TB and very young, had a baby naturally at 48. Patricia Hodge, that's the one. Patricia Hodge got pregnant naturally at 47 and 49. It happens all the time. It's not the miracle we think it is. Because if you ever go to have an X-ray, you'll see a piece of paper and it says, if this client is between the age of 16 and 52, make sure they're not pregnant. Because 52 is when your body really shuts down, not 41, not 43. We'll say, oh, your fertility falls off a cliff at 35. It actually doesn't. And as it starts to end, the body has a massive, okay, it's just about to go. It has one massive last hurrah where it really tries to make you have a baby one more time. So if you look at an X-ray film, it's 52 that's the cutoff rate, not 41. So we can help you, I promise, and we will.
Jo, I just want to say there's so much love for you in the chat at the moment.
There is.
And I know that you did share the titles of your books as well. And so everybody is now massively boosting your book sales because they have fallen in love with you today. And I will be ordering it as well because I was actually looking you up while you were doing the session with Marissa. And I'm like, wow, how have I not heard of this lady? So you need to be more visible. We need to get you out there. Everybody's loving you. So I'm just so
now
happy
we
with you
can,
today.
Jo's first book, Jo actually got page 3 shut down. That's how powerful she is. She wrote a book about, page 3 was an English newspaper where page 3 had topless women, which is amazing. We did it, but she was the woman that got it all stopped. So she's very powerful. And I love that. You showed yourself today. Everyone's buying your book. That's certainly a lesson to you, that show yourself and everybody will love you. And even if they don't, who cares? As long as you love you, that's all that matters.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
And you have a totally different energy. Your voice is stronger, your smile is real, and you're holding your head up really high. So I love that. What happens a lot is that all the tension drains off someone's face, all the years of doubt and negative beliefs, negative programming, they look 15 years younger because it all just drains off them. So it's cheaper than having a facelift too.
I saw so many, I was reading the comments in the chat actually while you were doing the session with just people just being like, wow, the energy has completely changed when you were doing the upgrade in your child. And it is. RTT is so super powerful. I mean, I am like, I preach the word because obviously it helped me completely transform my life, move away from anxiety, got me well from MS. I'm living my very best life, living life as a therapist now, helping others. And it's all because Marissa Peer saw her on YouTube, did her I Am Enough program, did RTT, and this is where I am today. And it is. And the thing with RTT is that makes it so different to just general coaching. And this is why this program is different to any other as well, because I know there's people that do these webinars and they go, I've got a coaching program that does this, and I've got a coach. This isn't just about coaching either. It is combining RTT, and RTT is just the most incredible therapy, because we're not just doing what a lot of normal kind of like traditional therapies, I would say, like talk therapy, CBT, which ultimately because I've been through this journey, did CBT, did NLP, I did the talk therapy, and I always describe it like a sticking plaster approach. Like it works for a little while and it covers the pain, but after a while that sticking plaster gets less sticky and falls off. That pain's exposed again, and you're looking for the next emotional crutch, and you're looking for the next patch. But where RTT is different is that it goes to the root cause of whatever problem, issue, bad belief that you've got in your life. It finds out why it's there, just as Marissa's done with Joe today. We like to root it out, get rid of all those weeds that are overgrown in your mind, and then we rewire and recode your mind for better habits of thought, better habits of action, things that are going to take you forward in life. So combining that with coaching itself. So there we go. We're digging out all the weeds. I always describe your mind as like a garden, and it's often just so overrun with weeds, with poor habits of thought, action, behaviors, old beliefs. But then we prune all those, we root out those weeds, and we plant those new seeds. And that's exactly what Marissa does. So we take away all those things, those blockers to success. That's the title of today's session. And then actually we do the coaching with you as well. So it's like, wow, I feel so much better, so much freer, lifted. Now I want the plan of action. What do I do next? Now I've got the confidence. What do I do next? And that's why this is just like such an amazing holistic program. And to me, I know I'm biased, but it just blows every other program out of the water, because I've never seen anything else like this. A lot of them are just straight coaching, but this combined with RTT is just so super powerful. So jump on board if this is resonating with you today, if you want to change your life.
We do this amazing thing. Today we did this thing called upgrading the child. We'll be doing that again, but we do this thing called installing the cheerleader, where you literally have a cheerleader in your brain that of course shuts down the critic, because one of the rules of the mind is it can't have conflicting thoughts. It can't say, I've got a cheerleader and a critic. I'm rubbish, but I'm going to do it. I'm an idiot, but I'm going to be successful. So we help you code in a cheerleader into your brain that literally believes in you, does somersaults for you, does backflips, screams your name, says you've got this. I've been working with football teams for years, and I did this Wigan football team and many others, the Olympic rifle team, the Olympic bobsleigh team, and they all had this powerful cheerleader that meant they didn't have a critic. And then we started to put it into the school. We put it into nearly 2,000 schools all over the world, and every school says, wow, the difference these kids have. Bullying seems to have disappeared. They're doing better academically. They have a lot of self-belief. So that we'll be we'll be showing you and actually doing it with you. We're putting you all in a state of alpha brain waves. So you will all download a cheerleader, even a cheerleading squad. And it is an amazing thing, because when you go on stage or go for an interview, go on a date, you have this voice saying you can do anything. This has got your name all over it. And we'll make sure that you, Joe, have that cheerleaders. When you go on this morning, you'll just feel like the most normal thing in the world. We'll get you on Holly's program too. She's got a program on YouTube now. I'm sure she'd love to have you. And you should go on Richard and Judy's book club as well. But we'll help you get on everything, because we're very connected too. So that's a nice thing. And you notice how she didn't say, oh no, she went, thank you, yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah.
And smiled, yeah, it wasn't the face of, oh no, terror. Yeah, that was
and
a
I
big
know
smile.
Alison very well, Alison from this morning. She's a great friend of mine, so I'm sure we can get you on everything. And they're lucky to have
Thank
you.
you so much.
Alison Hammond, that's who I was thinking of. Alison Hammond, Holly Willoughby. And who is the other one? It'll come to me. Oh, Richard and Judy. We'll get you on everything, because we also have a lot of connections, so we really like helping people.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sorry,
Joe, carry on.
No, this is just, I feel like a different person, and I really appreciate everything that you've all done today. And I genuinely do feel excited about it. I actually do. I'm amazed that I feel excited about it.
Well, you are a different person. That's the great thing. What we do, I can change someone's life in 15 minutes, even in 5. I've been doing it for 40 years. And I can't wait to do it for everyone who signs up for Upgrade Your Life. It can take 15 minutes, sometimes it can take 5. You know, we've done seen some miracles happen where people change so dramatic. I had a girl who had OCD for 40 years, and within half an hour, she never had it again. Had a guy who used to have a deep depression every Sunday, never had it again. So we've had some really interesting, and we had someone who had phantom deafness who started to hear. She said, "Why are you shouting?" I said, "Darling, I'm not shouting, you can hear." It's really interesting, some of the things that we see and witness. But of course, the most common things are lack of confidence, lack of self-worth, feeling not good enough. And you are a different person. And everyone who comes on this course will also be a different person. And we can't wait to watch that happen.
Amazing. So if this is resonating with you, if you are ready for change, it is possible. I've told my story. You've seen Joe transform today. It's not unusual. RTT is just so powerful. And this program is just, like I say, the culmination of 40 years of Marissa's work, all poured into 12 weeks. So if this is resonating with you, you're ready for that change. You can have that change in your life. Trust me. I've been there. I've been the one that's been like, I can't change. You know, this is my life now, and I just have to accept it. But you can. And sometimes you just need to take that little bit of a leap of faith and say, do you know what? I'm going to trust my instinct. This feels right. I want to do this, and just leap in, jump in with both feet. And I promise you, you won't regret it. So I think there are still some spaces, but like I say, the team are constantly, messaging behind the scenes. That's why I'm looking here and I'm looking there, that are just messaging behind the scenes. They've just opened up some more calls as well. So if you did want to speak with one of our advisors, you can do. You can jump on board and speak to them. They'll answer all of your questions. And just as a reminder for today, you've got that exclusive 40% Pioneer offer as well. So the full investment is usually $4,997. That's in dollars. And today it's $2,997. So that's for this Pioneer group only. So we start on the 17th, it closes on the 16th, or it will close sooner actually, if we fill those spots, because like I say, Marissa doesn't want thousands and thousands of people in there. She wants to keep it so that you have that time with Marissa. And some people do get selected as well, Marissa, don't they, for one-to-one sessions like Joe has today. So there is an opportunity there for you to apply to do that, isn't there, if you join today?
Yeah, you will be selected, and we select people on different issues. And even if you're not selected, we'll be doing a lot of group work. So when I train my therapists in the live training, we do some group work, the Healing Vortex, Cell Command Therapy. So we're doing some really good group sessions that you'll really like. And each session is recorded. So you do get the recording to keep forever so that you can go back and play it again, go back and listen to it again. I think you'll absolutely love it, and it will change your life. So my cat was just meowing. I didn't know what she was doing, which was under my chair. I was just looking for her. So yes, you will love it, and we will do recordings, but I promise you, even if you don't get picked for a session, you will change, but you might get picked. Send in what you want to have me work on, like Joe did, and it will be my honor to work on you. So we had a lot, I think we had 830 people wrote in and said what they wanted, and we picked Joe. Then I picked another girl called Jackie for next week, who's also a really interesting case. She's daughter of a famous singer who's got an absolute fear of being seen. I think her mother had some crazy stalkers, but that will all be revealed on August the 17th. So yeah, it's amazing to change people so quickly. It makes me so cross when people say, oh, change is long and hard and it takes forever. It really doesn't. You can change in 20 minutes, even in 10 if you know how, and you can stay changed for the rest of your life. And it's going to be my honor and my joy to show you that you're all changing from the minute you're born. And it's much more exciting to change than it is to stay the same.
Amazing. A few people have asked the same question, so I'm just going to run through this quickly again. When you join, what do you get access to immediately? So you'll get access to the introduction module. You're going to get access to the full I Am Enough course there and then as soon as you sign up. You're going to get access to the lifetime all access pass. So that's all Marissa's audios, meditations, short courses to keep forever. You're going to get access to Marissa AI as well. So you're already running before we've even started the program on the 17th. You'll already have all of those things that you can access straight away. So there are payment plans on the page. I'm sure it does say that you can pay in installments, but if you want more details on all the payment plans available, you can speak with our team. The links, like I say, are always in the chat. I can see that someone's behind the scenes is doing a great job of constantly updating it, but you can scan the QR code as well. Marissa, I know you've got to go pretty soon, but there are just a couple more questions that I'd like, because they're quite personal questions from the chat. So I'd love you to answer them before you go. So
okay.
I've been hypervigilant and hyper independent for decades while being exposed to constant physical, emotional, financial, and mental threats. Is there a way for us to rewire our brain to be safe and stable? So this ties back into what we were talking about with RTT, isn't it?
Yeah, the most common thing with the brain is it wants to be safe. The brain wants to know it's safe. It's a bit like if you kick a dog every day and then you go to stroke it, it will growl because it's learned, well, I'm not safe and I've got to protect myself. So babies are born feeling safe, apart from fear of falling. They'll stick their hand in a dog's mouth. They don't know what fear is, but we learn that we're not safe. And then we signal to the brain, I'm not safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe to go on stage, I'm not safe to have a job, I'm not safe to talk to people, I'm not safe to find love. But when you can signal back, actually, I'm really safe. You know, I was at the CNN Tower in Canada where the floor is glass, and you see people actually in tears. They can't physically walk across this floor like that glass bridge in China. But if you close your eyes and go, I'm absolutely safe, I'm so safe, the brain doesn't know you're in danger and you can walk. So it's all about learning to really deeply signal to your brain how you're safe. But you have to do this in a very particular way, how you signal to the brain that you're safe. So I've walked with lions, I've swam with dolphins deep out to sea. I actually remember I was putting some crocodiles back in a lake in Africa. And all of that stuff requires you to know that you are safe. I remember walking with my guide in Africa. And he was saying that these rhinos, if they turn around, you've got to run in a zigzag and climb up a tree, and then you'll be safe. And I thought, oh, I don't like that. He said, don't worry. He said the thing, he said, as I walk through the valley of death, I feel it because I'm the baddest motherfucker in the whole of South Africa. And I loved that. I thought, oh, that's good. I feel very safe with him because of the way he spoke to me. So safety is a state of mind. So is being happy, by the way. Being happy is actually a choice. There is no terminal called happiness. You have to be happy now. Connection is also a choice, but being safe, you have to choose how to dialogue with your inner brain. And when it knows you're safe, you'll be safe. Like some people feel safe to ride a horse. Some people feel terrified of going on a plane and they haven't got the brain to understand the most dangerous part of a plane ride is the taxi cab to the airport. If you've done that, you're safer than you'll ever be. But this signaling, it's something I spent 40 years working on. You know, it sounds so simple because it is when I do it with you, but it's something you have to learn. You don't have to apply, you just have to learn how to do it, and then you'll be absolutely fine.
Amazing. Another question, a couple of people have asked this as well. Does this involve do you teach us how to do self-hypnosis? Does this involve self-hypnosis? And does it always work?
It involves something called alpha brainwave training. Yes, it always works. So in answer to your question, it involves alpha brainwave training. It always works, and we will teach you how to do it yourself and give you a variety of audios that cover everything: money blocks, love blocks, success blocks, health blocks. You're given a lot of audios to keep this rewiring and recoding wired in on every area of your life. But it does work. It doesn't wear off, and we will teach you how to do it at home because that's very important.
Okay, we just had a comment in the chat that someone's trying to book a call, but when they press book, it returns to the top. So if the team behind the scenes can get that one fixed, that would be great, because I know there's quite a few people who want to book calls. So yes, if we can fix that, that would be great. Few more questions. Let me just go back. There's just so many. That's why it's taking me a while to get
Let me just
them.
answer someone. Someone has said, is the price fixed until the 16th? But if you book a call in the next few days, then of course we will hold the price for you until the 16th of August. It will change, but if you book your call now, then you have a record of that and say you want to come and you're going to pay, I don't know, on the 16th, that's fine. You will absolutely have that price.
Amazing. Comment here, my brain knows what to do, so why does my behavior and my actions still fall into procrastination? And would this program help with this?
Yes, because your brain is a logical thing and your emotion is a feeling, and feeling defeats logic every single time. So procrastination, self-sabotage, and imposter syndrome are merely different aspects of not enoughness. If I'm not enough and I never write that program, it can't fail. If I never give that speech, it can't be awful. If I never go on a date, I can't be rejected. So imposter syndrome, procrastination, self-sabotage, destructive habits all stem from this thing called I'm not enough, which isn't even true. But the brain doesn't know it. So the brain doesn't know, is this true or false, helpful or hurtful, limiting or beneficial, doesn't know. It just is affected by what you tell it. I mean, you have to change how you talk to it in a very particular, specific way that guarantees results.
Someone else has asked as well. Obviously, this will help me in my journey, but will there be tools that you teach that will help me to help others?
Yes, especially if you're a parent. So do book a call if you want to ask that. Quite a lot of these questions can be answered by booking a call. Can you help others? Certainly, you can help your own children, your family members, your friends. If you're a boss, you could definitely use this to have a really, somebody wrote me and said, you know, I'm a travel agent and I don't know what you've done, but my whole team are entirely different. They're not competitive. They're selling more. Everything has changed in our office because I had them all come on your program. So it does have a knock-on effect. But if you have all these questions, because we're slightly running out of time, do book a call. You're not pressurized to buy. The booking a call is to ask questions. What will I get? What's the time zone? How long is it? How do I get to be one of the people that's chosen? That's why you're booking a call. And then, of course, we will hold the payment for you, that payment price once you booked it.
Amazing. Bella, yes, that is me. Someone was trying to track me down and she's just put my Instagram there. So yes, that is me. So yes, love to speak to you. More questions. How can I make the positive feeling that we did today in the transformation permanent when I ever feel self-doubt again?
Well, when you join the program, you will get a whole library of audio recordings on every topic: confidence, low self-esteem, addictions, fears, phobias, you name it. And you'll get to listen to those, and they wire in and code in change, because the mind learns by repetition. You can change immediately, but you need to wire in and code in that change so it lasts forever. So in the library, you'll get books, you'll get the I'm Enough program, you get Marissa AI, but you also get every recording that you could ever need. And also you get this 24-hour dial-in where you can come in and talk about your issues and have someone come back to you. So we're giving you everything to make you grow and expand rather than contracting, and become the very best version of you and stay that way forever.
Amazing. Yes, the program starts, first cohort's on the 17th of August, closes on the 16th, but it might close earlier if the cohort's full. So book your call now, secure your place before all the spaces are taken. Honestly, I can see that the team behind the scenes are like frantically trying to open new calls and things like this. So keep clicking because you will get there. And Marissa as well, a couple of people asked about kind of, you know, like is there a cooling off period if I kind of sign up but then change my mind? And we do that, don't we?
I think legally you have to have, I think any online selling, there's a 2-week cooling off period. But even if there wasn't, you can hear me say it now, there is a 2-week money back guarantee, no questions asked. So of course you can have that. So we would never hold you to it. If you decide you don't like it, you can have a money back guarantee within 2 weeks. Of course you can. And you've heard that here. So that's the truth.
Amazing. I had a career of performing and recording original music, but always had unpredictable panic attacks on stage. So I now fly under the radar. Now I'm in my late 50s after autoimmune illness and time away. I feel too old since the panic never went away. What can I do, and could this help?
You know, you're never too old. The guy who played Martin in Frasier got his first ever acting job at 52, and that was it, being Martin. And if you're English and you've watched Only Fools and Horses, Uncle Albert got his first acting job at 72. So, you know, we have this belief that we've got this sell by date, but it just isn't true, especially for certain things like being a writer, being a therapist. There is no sell by date. We're very lucky that I'm very lucky. Joe's very lucky. We have a career where the older that we get, the wiser we're seen to be. So you have to see you're not aging, you're saging. And some industries really appreciate that. So being a therapist, especially being a coach, being a writer, you're really seen as a wise person when you're older. It's a very good career if you feel that you're too old, because you're never too old.
Would you please share some healthy mindset shifts today to own my skills and walk in confidence? Where should I start?
Well, unfortunately, I'm supposed to be somewhere now, so I'm going to have to come off this call almost immediately. But if you go to marissapeer.com, is it marissapeer.com/gifts?
Yeah.
Go to marissapeer.com/gifts and you'll find some audios on money blocks, love blocks, health blocks, success blocks, confidence blocks. But the best thing you could do is sign up for this program. Then you'll work with me. You can send in your issues early. You'll work with me as part of a group. And I promise you, everybody will get what they want and need. We won't let you go until we know you're fixed. And it's going to be really exciting. And I can't wait to start.
Amazing. Well, we're going to be closing soon. I know, Marissa, you've got to run. I'm going to stay behind.
I'm going to leave you all here. I'd love to talk to you all night, but I have to go. But you can have me for 12 weeks, for 90 minutes, every week for 12 weeks. That's a lot. I'll never get sick of you. You might get sick of me, but I won't get sick of you. So hopefully I'll see you all on August the 17th, and we're going to change your life and keep the change. And, it doesn't matter where you started. Elise started with MS. Jo started not being seen. I started as a kid who was a girl least likely to, but we all change beyond recognition. So can you. I can't wait to show you how. See you in August, sending you lots of, I'm sorry I have to go, but love you. Thanks for tuning in. See you very, very soon.
Thank you so much, Marissa. And thank you, Jo, as well, for joining us today, because you've just been amazing. And I could feel how brave you were being. And I was there, like, giving you a virtual hug, I promise you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to let you go now, but please do. There's still lots of people saying, well, hang on, I haven't got the links to Jo's books. So please do pop them in the chat before you leave us today. I'm going to stick around for another 5-10 minutes, guys, just because there are so many questions. But the best thing you can do if you have got specific questions is to just book the call, scan the QR code, speak to the team. They're a really lovely team, by the way. I know sometimes people are put off by booking calls because they're like, oh no, it gives me the ick. And I've been there because I did the RTT program and I actually put off booking my call for probably about a year and a half because I was like, I don't want someone to sell me. And it was nothing like that at all. The team is so lovely behind the scenes. They'll answer all your questions. They will talk you through the payment plans available. They'll answer everything that you need to know about the program. They'll tell you the full schedule because I know a lot of people have asked for that, and I know it's taken up big chunks of the chat that Catherine's put in today. So they'll tell you all of the schedule. But like Marissa said, there will be replays. And yes, lots of people have asked, is there going to be a replay from today? Yes, there will be. So you'll get the replay after by email. You'll be able to go through with Jo and her experience again, so you can rewatch this. So I think a few people did come in a little bit late as well, or halfway through the transformation. So yes, make sure you watch the replay, jump on board and watch that. I'm going to answer a few more questions now. Marissa's gone because I'm aware there's still quite a few questions outstanding about how can I be selected for the RTT session. So 3 times during the program, so Marissa's going to do 9 coaching sessions and 3 RTT sessions. But for the RTT sessions, anyone present can basically put themselves forward and say they'd like to participate, and then Marissa will select someone to work with. So it's not guaranteed that you will get that one-to-one, obviously, because otherwise Marissa would be working with lots of you, and I know she'd love to do that, but she wants to have the most impact for you as a group as well. But yes, you can apply for that. But even actually witnessing it, today, you've seen Jo, she's had that one-to-one time with Marissa, but watching the comments coming up were just amazing because so many people were saying, wow, I just feel completely different. I feel like something has lifted. I can relate to what Jo is saying. This actually relates to me in a different way. And I could see so many of you having like little mini transformations, and that just, makes my heart flutter because I personally know the power of RTT. I personally know that Marissa and the team behind the scenes, big shout out to Catherine, who behind the scenes has been working with Marissa on this to put together this absolutely amazing program. As I mentioned earlier, I Am Enough completely changed my life. It started me on the path to getting myself well, the path to RTT, and actually to a career where now I wake up, I jump out of bed because I love the work that I do, because I'm helping other people transform their lives the way Marissa and the RTT therapists that I went to many moons ago did. And being able to turn around and say to the doctors, I'm well because I chose to get well. And you can choose that change as well. So jump on board, join that what's going to be an amazing community as well. That's what's one thing I probably haven't stressed enough, is that when you do join, you also get access to our community. So you can already jump in, make friends, have that sense of camaraderie, start talking to each other. And it really is, we always do that in all of our programs. We always have like such a sense of community because we really want you to feel part of something. So yes, hop on board. Few people actually. There's lots of new people here today, but there are some people who already know RTT. So I've seen a couple of comments in the chat about I'm an RTT therapist. Is this right for me? Absolutely. You've obviously got the RTT skills there, but actually upgrade your life is that turning things, having that same level of transformation for yourself. So absolutely, you are going to learn new things on this program as well. Someone said to me the other day, actually last night, said to me, oh, well, now you're a therapist. Like, do you ever go and be like therapized? I'm like, yeah. We're all still a work in progress. I have moments where, yes, I have the tools as an RTT therapist to help myself, to help my son. But, there are always times where, recently I had a bout of driving anxiety, for example, and being able to use the tools is great. But sometimes you need that support from other people, or sometimes you just need to be in a group of people where you're getting that support and people are saying, I hear you. I see you in that way. So yes, absolutely. We're all a work in progress. If you're an RTT therapist, yes, jump on board because this is going to help you in your own personal development as well. But also it's going to help you to be a stronger therapist because Marissa's going to teach you new things, new tools, new techniques. So yes. What if I can't attend the live sessions? I think Marissa did kind of address that one, but they're all recorded so you can watch them back. So if you are going on holiday or if you are going back to the school run and you're thinking, oh, how am I going to juggle this around school runs, etc. I think the calls are 5 p.m. UK time. And I think we've done that specifically so that it makes it easy for people in the US to access it as well. But they are all recorded so you can just watch them back at your own pace if that's what you want to do. I've already done I Am Enough. How is this different? I think I mentioned that before, that this is like next level work. So Marissa spent years putting together I Am Enough, and that was her flagship program for a long time. Personally, as you know, completely changed my life. But this is next level work because it's actually giving you the tools and the techniques to upgrade all aspects of your life. So there was very, very much a focus on your confidence and your self-esteem there. But this is everything: wealth, health, relationships, everything that you can possibly think of, as well as kind of confidence and stuff. So what does the program look like? 12-week program with live group therapeutic coaching with Marissa Peer and an online Kajabi course. So all of the online modules are through our Kajabi platform. Sorry, there's still so many questions. I'm going to just give it another 5 minutes because I don't want you to what do you get? Right, that's a good question, actually. Yeah, I'll just run through that again because it did come up on one of the slides earlier, but I'm just going to give you a quick summary again of what you get. So you're going to get 9 live therapeutic coaching sessions with Marissa, which includes group coaching, but also a Q&A with her as well. So you can be there in the chat asking those burning questions. You're also going to do 3 live RTT group therapy sessions with Marissa, which is what I say, which I think is the reason why it blows other things out of the water, because you're not just getting a typical coaching course, you're getting the RTT as well. You're also getting the hypnosis audios and the NICE meditations. You're getting access to Marissa's all access pass, which is brilliant. If you haven't got that, if you're like, well, I want to do part of this, but maybe now's not the right time, go and get the all access pass. But really, you're going to get that for free if you jump on board with this anyway. And I think that's usually about $197 just on its own. So it's an amazing deal today. You're going to get access to the masterclasses library, to workbooks and exercises. You're going to get access to Marissa AI, which is so good, actually. It really, really is fantastic. I've had the opportunity to work with Marissa on building this, and it is just fantastic. It's way more than, as somebody said to me the other day, is it not just a ChatGPT? It's really not, because literally Marissa has just pumped 40 years of work into this, and it's just developed this absolutely amazing product. So, and again, the exclusive online community as well. So I think Catherine did put in the chat a little while ago all of the dates, but it starts on the 17th of August, and then it's weekly calls with Marissa, 90 minutes. I think the RTT sessions are a little bit longer. I think the RTT sessions might go on for longer than that. I think they're more like 2.5 hours, maybe. So
yes, that's right, Elise. Yeah.
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks for confirming that. I was just thinking, I'm sure they're a little bit longer. Just scrolling. Do I have to apply? Nope. You can sign up today if you want to sign up today. We've decided to just give people the options. And that's why we're telling you the price today as well, is because We truly believe in this product, and it's this amazing opportunity to work directly with Marissa for $2,997 for 12 weeks. So when you click through to the link, it will show you options to just buy now, and you can just actually just sign up today, or you can book a call to find out more and answer questions. The team will answer your questions. So sorry, I really need to just take a breath, don't I? I'm just so excited for this program because I just know how much effort and love has been poured into it, and I'm so excited for it. What happens on that call? So basically, it's just for you to ask any questions that you might have about the program and to talk about payment options, etc. So yeah, so that there's no obligation whatsoever. It's just jumping on a call with one of our very friendly team who will just answer all your questions, talk you through the process so that you get a real idea of what the program's about. But hopefully we've shown you today, we've shown you with Joe's session. I've obviously shared my tale of how I did I Am Enough and transform my life. So yes, if you are looking for change, now's the time. See this as your sign. Scan the QR code. I know I am like a broken record with the scan the QR code, scan the QR code. But honestly, I want you to have that life-changing experience. And this program, like I say, is just absolutely immense. It blows everything else out of the water. So yes, book your call. Join us, join the first cohort. Like I say, the places are limited, not to do the whole FOMO thing, but places are seriously limited. I'm not just making it up, honestly. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just telling you how it is, because RTT has changed my life. Marissa's changed my life. And now I share that love with other people because I want them to have that change in their lives as well. So time commitment each week, a live session with Marissa, plus time for the online modules as well, the audio exercises, workbook activities. Catherine, I know I heard you like a voice from the heavens earlier. What is the time commitment each week, really? How much time do people sort of need to allocate?
So obviously the live call is the essential part. And then you can work at your leisure listening to the audio that comes out of that. So we recommend to listen to that until the next live call, obviously. You can do the workbooks alongside that. So it's really, down to you how much time you have to spare to go through those online components in addition to Marissa's call. So obviously you get the replay if you can't join live, but it's essential that you join that live call and then obviously do the work afterwards.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So remember, this is your opportunity to join the Pioneer Group for Upgrade Your Life. It's brand new. It's never been done before. You can be part of it. Having that time with Marissa. This is just such an amazing opportunity. It's going beyond YouTube. I know I was obsessed with Marissa's YouTube when I first sort of went on my healing journey, and just even that had massively helped me. But imagine having time with her live online, 12 weeks. You're going to be one of the first people, well, the first people to experience this new flagship program because you're joining at the launch. Like I say, that's why we've done this lowest investment price that we can possibly ever do it at. So payment plans are available. The spaces are limited. The group will close on the 16th. Like I say, we'll close earlier if those go. But you've watched Jo today. You've seen her find the thing that's been holding her back. You've seen the transformation in her. Thank you. I thank you so much for just being so real and so raw. But if today has resonated with you and you'd like Upgrade Your Life to be your next chapter, now is the chance to join. So join us. We're such a friendly crew. We honestly are. So jump on board. And if you'd rather talk it through first, obviously, you can just book your call with one of our team. It's just a little conversation about whether Upgrade Your Life is right for you, what the next steps are, the payment plans. We'll answer all your questions. So use the QR code on screen. You won't regret it. You're ready for that change. Take that leap of faith. Jump in, join us, join our wonderful, friendly community. And yes, don't go anywhere though, because before I go, we are going to run a quick video, which is going to just give you a little bit of insight into what you can expect as well, and the power of RTT and the power of Upgrade Your Life. This is your sign. Sign up today. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to Jo for just being amazing. Jo, I think you're going to you see a big spike in your book sales now. Your publisher's going to be on the phone saying, what have you done? I really hope to see more of you. Hope to see more of you. Because I was like, why isn't she on Instagram? And then you said, I don't have socials. I was like, get We need to see you on Instagram now. We need to see you out there showing your wonderful face and your brilliant smile. And yes, hearing about your amazing books. So thank you so much for joining today. And thank you to everybody who's stuck around as well, because I know we've gone way over time as we usually do. But thank you to everybody who's joined us today. I hope you enjoyed the transformation with Marisa. Like I say, final call, book your call. You're not going to regret it. Thank you to everybody who's stuck with me to the end. And yes, we hope to see you very, very soon on Upgrade Your Life on the 17th. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world, because I know we've got a global audience today. And big shout out to everybody who's jumped on board. You're not going to regret it. So thanks so much, everybody. Take care.
Thank you to you, Elise, as well, for being an amazing host for this amazing programme. So we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
It won't be
Thank you.
the end. Yeah, no, it won't be the end. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
thank you, everybody.
everyone.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
This is 2 weeks after I recorded with Marisa, and I want to tell you the results. I've not touched sugar. And I've also, more importantly, not had any sugar cravings whatsoever. So I can confirm that Marisa's hypnosis worked.
This has changed my marriage, my physical health, my mental health. And I've been on a personal development journey for years now, about 25 years. And you learn so many things, but something isn't quite clicking until you meet Marisa Peer.
I found so much strength, so much inner power, and so much love for myself that I didn't think I had. So thank you, Marisa. It is still changing my life, and to continue to.
Just finding out all the ways I can give myself the things that I thought I needed from other people. It was so empowering and so liberating. And just imagining my own younger self, that I can hold her and give her all that love, caused like a profound, liberating, healing, wonderful effect in me.
I had given up on everything and thought I had to live with a life of misery and just had learned to cope. And then I saw a video with Marisa on YouTube, and for the first time there was this little sparkle of hope that told me maybe this is the solution. Transformation, there's no other word.
I've got all of Marisa's books. I've trained with Marisa. Marisa is my guru. She's my mentor. She's an extraordinary woman.
You probably know I met Anna when I was doing a show called Super Size, Super Skinny. She was the host and she was trying out every kind of thing to work. And she thought, I'll go along and do that ridiculous hypnosis. It's going to be absolute rubbish.
4 hours later I came out, I was like, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. So I know this method works. It absolutely works. Thank you very much, Marisa. It's been a privilege and a pleasure always.
Actually realising that I'm enough and that my work is enough has been the biggest change. One of the lines that really stuck with me, I think, expect everything and you'll probably get it. So I asked for a pay rise and I got it. I've been contacting publishers and I finally got one interested.
Really got me in focus to achieve what it is I want to achieve. It's fantastic. I've had nothing but positive results so far.
After 40 years of my life, it is the only thing that has enabled me to step into myself, and it absolutely works.
I want to acknowledge you, Marisa, for teaching in such a way that is simple.
Simple.
Because I think a lot of people overcomplicate their feelings, the pain, the traumas, their story, and they feel like there's no way out. But by you simplifying things and creating a structure and a process that makes it okay for people to let go of these things that they're holding on to, you're helping heal so many people. So I want to acknowledge you for the work you're doing, the impact you're making, and the human that you are.
I managed to go to the root cause of the underlying belief that I had, and I managed to reframe it and reinstall new, better beliefs. And now I have excellent focus. I feel extremely confident. I feel like everything I want in life is available for me. And it's just, if I set my mind to do something, I will succeed.
It was truly transformational. I've never experienced anything quite like it, and I don't think I ever will again.
After doing our sessions, my life changed in the best way ever. This new ability to express myself was a game changer. It was just like a golden key to take me to the next level.
I am connected to my kids. It's brought tremendous healing into my life.
Nobody could have told me how incredibly powerful it was if I hadn't felt it for myself. I feel so much happier.
The profound shift. It was ridiculous. I felt in tune with myself. It's like someone just put the light on and I could see things again. It helped me with relationships, with business, funny enough. It just literally healed small parts, big parts, everything, from the root upwards to the flowers.
Every day I look in the mirror and I go, I am a wellness making machine.
Such a powerful thing.
That's thanks to you. I have literally, I feel it, and I can almost feel my body just going, yup, like you are, because we're on fire today.
I have more focus about what I'm going to do now in my life, whereas before I didn't know what I was going to do, because I just accept more the person I am.
I did try other things on it, but I mean, Marisa is Marisa, she's the best. It has made a before and after in my life. Just having the technique, like to know how the mind works, it's a game changer in itself.
The teachings are really very, very great and insightful. They led me to the simple conclusion that, well, I am more than enough as I am, and I'm worthy of being loved as I am. I don't have to fulfill any other conditions in order to be able to be loved. The Marisa Peer Group and this beautiful community, well, that's really something that is really special.
The only method that goes into the root cause, the reason why, and gets rid of it.
Understanding under hypnosis is just totally empowering, and that is when you really make changes that are permanent.
And I feel like light like a feather and feeling so amazing about myself. And it's an absolutely different me. I'm not the same person. I was so afraid of facing people, mic and camera. Look at me.
Life-changing for me. Marisa has taught me a lot. She supported me, and she's honestly one of a kind.
I'm reborn. That's the trait, and I feel that I'm starting my life again now at 44.
The first time I looked at Marisa, from the first video, she had me hooked. She's given me my life back.
Where I was and how I felt about myself for so long to how I feel about myself is worlds apart. It really is night to day, and I'm forever grateful.
The thing that I can say is that I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like everything is right within my reach. I feel like there is nothing that can stop me. I can do everything because I know with 100% certainty that I am enough.
Know that your mind is extremely powerful, and if you use it in the right way, it can help you achieve anything you want. Believe in yourself.
I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough. I am enough. I'm enough. Hi. I'm enough. I'm enough. I am enough.
The words that follow I am follow you. I am magnificent. I am awesome. I am extraordinary. I am a force for good in this world. I am magnetically lovable because you are.
Being able to shape someone, help them and change their life, there is nothing like it. I just love it as much today as the day I started.
This is 2 weeks after I recorded with Marisa, and I want to tell you the results. I've not touched sugar, and I've also, more importantly, not had any sugar cravings whatsoever. So I can confirm that Marisa's hypnosis worked.
This has changed my marriage, my physical health, my mental health. And I've been on a personal development journey for years now, about 25 years. And you learn so many things, but something isn't quite clicking until you meet Marisa Peer.
I found so much strength, so much inner power, and so much love for myself that I didn't think I had. So thank you, Marisa. It is still changing my life. I need to continue to.
Just finding out all the ways I can give myself the things that I thought I needed from other people. It was so empowering and so liberating. And just imagining my own younger self, that I can hold her and give her all that love. Of course, like a profound, liberating, healing, wonderful effect in me.
I had given up on everything and thought I had to live with a life of misery and just had learned to cope. And then I saw a video with Marissa on YouTube, and for the first time there was this little sparkle of hope that told me maybe this is the solution. Transformation, there's no other word.
I've got all of Marissa's books. I've trained with Marissa. Marissa is my guru. She's my mentor. She's an extraordinary woman.
Probably know I met Anna when I was doing a show called Super Size, Super Skinny. She was the host and she was trying out every kind of thing to work. And she thought, I'll come along and do that ridiculous hypnosis. She said, it's going to be absolute rubbish.
4 hours later, I came out. I was like, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. So I know this method works. It absolutely works. Thank you very much, Marissa. It's been a privilege and a pleasure always.
Actually realising that I'm enough and that my work is enough has been the biggest change. One of the lines that really stuck with me, I think, expect everything and you'll probably get it. So I asked for a pay rise and I got it. I've been contacting publishers and I finally got one interested.
Really got me in focus to achieve what it is I want to achieve. It's fantastic. I've had nothing but positive results so far.
After 40 years of my life, it is the only thing that has enabled me to step into myself, and it absolutely works.
I acknowledge you, Marissa, for teaching in such a way that is simple.
Simple.
Because I think a lot of people overcomplicate their feelings, the pain, the traumas, their story, and they feel like there's no way out. But by you simplifying things and creating a structure and a process that makes it okay for people to let go of these things that they're holding on to, you're helping heal so many people. So I want to acknowledge you for the work you're doing, the impact you're making, and the human that you are.
I managed to go to the root cause of the underlying belief that I had, and I managed to reframe it and reinstall new, better beliefs. And now I have excellent focus. I feel extremely confident. I feel like everything I want in life is available for me. And it's just, if I set my mind to do something, I will succeed.
It was truly transformational. I'd never experienced anything quite like it, and I don't think I ever will again.
After doing our sessions, my life changed in the best way ever. This new ability to express myself was a game changer. It was just like a golden key to take me to the next level.
I am connected to my kids. It's brought tremendous healing into my life.
Nobody could have told me how incredibly powerful it was if I hadn't felt it for myself. I feel so much happier.
The profound shift. It was ridiculous. I felt in tune with myself. It's like someone just put the light on and I could see things again. It helped me with relationships, with business, funny enough. It just literally healed small parts, big parts, everything, from the root upwards to the flowers.
Every day I look in the mirror and I go, I am a wellness making machine.
Such a powerful thing.
That's thanks to you. I have literally, I feel it, and I can almost feel my body just going, yup, like you are, because we're on fire today.
I have more focus about what I'm going to do now in my life. Whereas before I didn't know what I was going to do, because I just accept more the person I am.
I did try other things on it, but I mean, Marissa is Marissa. She's the best. It has made a before and after in my life. Just having the technique, like to know how the mind works, it's a game changer in itself.
The teachings are really very, very great and insightful. They led me to the simple conclusion that, well, I am more than enough as I am, and I'm worthy of being loved as I am. I don't have to fulfill any other conditions in order to be able to be loved. The Marisa Peer Group and this beautiful community, well, that's really something that is really special.
The only method that goes into the root cause, the reason why, and gets rid of it. Understanding under hypnosis is just totally empowering, and that is when you really make changes that are permanent.
And I feel like light like a feather and feeling so amazing about myself. And it's absolutely different me. I'm not the same person. I was so afraid of facing people, mic and camera. Look at me.
Life-changing for me. Marissa has taught me a lot. She supported me, and she's honestly one of a kind.
I'm reborn. That's the treat. And I feel that I'm starting my life again now at 44.
The first time I looked at Marissa, from the first video, she had me hooked. She's given me my life back.
Where I was and how I felt about myself for so long to how I feel about myself is worlds apart. It really is night to day, and I'm forever grateful.
Thing that I can say is that I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like everything is right within my reach. I feel like there is nothing that can stop me. I can do everything because I know with 100% certainty that I am enough.
Know that your mind is extremely powerful, and if you use it in the right way, it can help you achieve anything you want. Believe in yourself.
I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough. I am enough. I'm enough. Hi. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
The words that follow I am follow you. I am magnificent. I am awesome. I am extraordinary. I am a force for good in this world. I am magnetically lovable because you are.
Being able to shape someone, help them and change their life, there is nothing like it. I just love it as much today as the day I started.
This is 2 weeks after I recorded with Marissa, and I want to tell you the results. I've not touched sugar, and I've also, more importantly, not had any sugar cravings whatsoever. So I can confirm that Marissa's hypnosis worked.
This has changed my marriage, my physical health, my mental health. And I've been on a personal development journey for years now, about 25 years. And you learn so many things, but something isn't quite clicking until you meet Marissa Peer.
I found so much strength, so much inner power, and so much love for myself that I didn't think I had. So thank you, Marissa. It is still changing my life, and to continue to.
Just finding out all the ways I can give myself the things that I thought I needed from other people. It was so empowering and so liberating. And just imagining my own younger self, that I can hold her and give her all that love, caused like a profound, liberating, healing, wonderful effect in me.
I had given up on everything and thought I had to live with a life of misery and just had learned to cope. And then I saw a video with Marissa on YouTube, and for the first time there was this little sparkle of hope that told me maybe this is the solution. Transformation, there's no other word.
I've got all of Marissa's books. I've trained with Marissa. Marissa is my guru. She's my mentor. She's an extraordinary woman.
Probably know I met Anna when I was doing a show called Super Size, Super Skinny. She was the host and she was trying out every kind of thing to work. And she thought, I'll go along and do that ridiculous hypnosis. It's going to be absolute rubbish.
4 hours later I came out, I was like, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. So I know this method works. It absolutely works. Thank you very much, Marissa. It's been a privilege and a pleasure always.
Actually realising that I'm enough and that my work is enough has been the biggest change. One of the lines that really stuck with me, I think, expect everything and you'll probably get it. So I asked for a pay rise and I got it. I've been contacting publishers and I finally got one interested.
Really got me in focus to achieve what it is I want to achieve. It's fantastic. I've had nothing but positive results so far.
After 40 years of my life, it is the only thing that has enabled me to step into myself, and it absolutely works.
I want to acknowledge you, Marissa, for teaching in such a way that is simple.
Simple.
Because I think a lot of people overcomplicate their feelings, the pain, the traumas, their story, and they feel like there's no way out. But by you simplifying things and creating a structure and a process that makes it okay for people to let go of these things that they're holding on to, you're helping heal so many people. So I want to acknowledge you for the work you're doing, the impact you're making, and the human that you are.
I managed to go to the root cause of the underlying belief that I had, and I managed to reframe it and reinstall new, better beliefs. And now I have excellent focus I feel extremely confident. I feel like everything I want in life is available for me. And it's just, if I set my mind to do something, I will succeed.
It was truly transformational. I'd never experienced anything quite like it, and I don't think I ever will again.
After doing our sessions, my life changed in the best way ever. This new ability to express myself was a game changer. It was just like a golden key to take me to the next level.
I am connected to my kids. It's brought tremendous healing into my life.
Nobody could have told me how incredibly powerful it was if I hadn't felt it for myself. I feel so much happier.
The profound shift. It was ridiculous. I felt in tune with myself. It's like someone just put the light on and I could see things again. It helped me with relationships, with business, funny enough. It just literally healed small parts, big parts, everything, from the root upwards to the flowers.
Every day I look in the mirror and I go, I am a wellness making machine.
Such a powerful thing.
That's thanks to you. I have literally, I feel it. And I can almost feel my body just going, yup.
Yeah.
Like you are.
Because
we're on fire today.
I have more focus about what I'm going to do now in my life. Whereas before I didn't know what I was going to do because I just accept more the person I am.
I did try other things on it. But I mean, Marisa is Marisa, she's the best. It has made a before and after in my life. Just having the technique, like to know how the mind works, it's a game changer in itself.
The teachings are really very, very great and insightful. They led me to the simple conclusion that, well, I am more than enough as I am, and I'm worthy of being loved as I am. I don't have to fulfill any other conditions in order to be able to be loved. The Marisa Peer Group and this beautiful community, well, that's really something that is really special.
The only method that goes into the root cause, the reason why, and gets rid of it.
Understanding under hypnosis is just totally empowering, and that is when you really make changes that are permanent.
And I feel like light like a feather and feeling so amazing about myself. And it's an absolutely different me. I'm not the same person. I was so afraid of facing people, mic and camera. Look at me.
Life-changing for me. Marisa has taught me a lot. She supported me and she's honestly one of a kind.
I'm reborn. That's the trait, and I feel that I'm starting my life again now at 44.
The first time I looked at Marisa, from the first video, she had me hooked. She's given me my life back.
Where I was and how I felt about myself for so long to how I feel about myself is worlds apart. It really is night to day, and I'm forever grateful.
The thing that I can say is that I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like everything is right within my reach. I feel like there is nothing that can stop me. I can do everything because I know with 100% certainty that I am enough.
Know that your mind is extremely powerful, and if you use it in the right way, it can help you achieve anything you want. Believe in yourself.
I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough. I am enough. I'm enough. Hi. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
The words that follow I am follow you. I am magnificent. I am awesome. I am extraordinary. I am a force for good in this world. I am magnetically lovable because you are.
Being able to shape someone, help them and change their life, there is nothing like it. I just love it as much today as the day I started.
This is 2 weeks after I recorded with Marisa, and I want to tell you the results. I've not touched sugar. And I've also, more importantly, not had any sugar cravings whatsoever. So I can confirm that Marissa's hypnosis worked.
This has changed my marriage, my physical health, my mental health. And I've been on a personal development journey for years now, about 25 years. And you learn so many things, but something isn't quite clicking until you meet Marissa Peer.
I found so much strength, so much inner power, and so much love for myself that I didn't think I had. So thank you, Marissa. It is still changing my life. I need to continue to.
Just finding out all the ways I can give myself the things that I thought I needed from other people. It was so empowering and so liberating. And just imagining my own younger self, that I can hold her and give her all that love, caused like a profound, liberating, healing, wonderful effect in me.
I had given up on everything and thought I had to live with a life of misery and just had learned to cope. And then I saw a video with Marissa on YouTube, and for the first time there was this little sparkle of hope that told me maybe this is the solution. Transformation, there's no other word.
I've got all of Marissa's books. I've trained with Marissa. Marissa is my guru. She's my mentor. She's an extraordinary woman.
Probably know I met Anna when I was doing a show called Super Size, Super Skinny. She was the host and she was trying out every kind of thing to work. And she thought, I'll come along and do that ridiculous hypnosis. It's going to be absolute rubbish.
4 hours later I came out, I was like, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. So I know this method works. It absolutely works. Thank you very much, Marissa. It's been a privilege and a pleasure always.
Actually realising that I'm enough and that my work is enough has been the biggest change. One of the lines that really stuck with me, I think, expect everything and you'll probably get it. So I asked for a pay rise and I got it. I've been contacting publishers and I finally got one interested.
Really got me in focus to achieve what it is I want to achieve. It's fantastic. I've had nothing but positive results so far.
After 40 years of my life, it is the only thing that has enabled me to step into myself, and it absolutely works.
I acknowledge you, Marissa, for teaching in such a way that is simple.
Simple.
Because I think a lot of people overcomplicate their feelings, the pain, the traumas, their story, and they feel like there's no way out. But by you simplifying things and creating a structure and a process that makes it okay for people to let go of these things that they're holding on to, you're helping heal so many people. So I want to acknowledge you for the work you're doing, the impact you're making, and the human that you are.
I managed to go to the root cause of the underlying belief that I had, and I managed to reframe it and reinstall new, better beliefs. And now I have excellent focus. I feel extremely confident. I feel like everything I want in life is available for me. And it's just, if I set my mind to do something, I will succeed.
It was truly transformational. I'd never experienced anything quite like it, and I don't think I ever will again.
After doing our sessions, my life changed in the best way ever. This new ability to express myself was a game changer. It was just like a golden key to take me to the next level.
I am connected to my kids. It's brought tremendous healing into my life.
Nobody could have told me how incredibly powerful it was if I hadn't felt it for myself. I feel so much happier.
The profound shift. It was ridiculous. I felt in tune with myself. It's like someone just put the light on and I could see things again. It helped me with relationships, with business, funny enough. It just literally healed small parts, big parts, everything, from the root upwards to the flowers.
Every day I look in the mirror and I go, I am a wellness making machine.
Such a powerful thing.
That's thanks to you. I have literally, I feel it, and I can almost feel my body just going, yup, like you are, because we're on fire today.
I have more focus about what I'm going to do now in my life, whereas before I didn't know what I was going to do, because I just accept more the person I am.
I did try other things on it, but I mean, Marissa is Marissa, she's the best. It has made a before and after in my life. Just having the technique, like to know how the mind works, it's a game changer in itself.
The teachings are really very, very great and insightful. They led me to the simple conclusion that, well, I am more than enough as I am, and I'm worthy of being loved as I am. I don't have to fulfill any other conditions in order to be able to be loved. The Marisa Peer Group and this beautiful community, well, that's really something that is really special.
The only method that goes into the root cause, the reason why, and gets rid of it. Understanding under hypnosis is just totally empowering, and that is when you really make changes that are permanent.
And I feel like light like a feather and feeling so amazing about myself. And it's an absolutely different me. I'm not the same person. I was so afraid of facing people, mic and camera. Look at me.
Life-changing for me. Marisa has taught me a lot. She supported me, and she's honestly one of a kind.
I'm reborn. That's the trait, and I feel that I'm starting my life again now at 44.
The first time I looked at Marisa, from the first video, she had me hooked. She's given me my life back.
Where I was and how I felt about myself for so long to how I feel about myself is worlds apart. It really is night to day, and I'm forever grateful.
The thing that I can say is that I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like everything is right within my reach. I feel like there is nothing that can stop me. I can do everything because I know with 100% certainty that I am enough.
Know that your mind is extremely powerful, and if you use it in the right way, it can help you achieve anything you want. Believe in yourself.
I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough. Hi. I'm enough. I'm enough.
I am enough. The words that follow I am follow you. I am magnificent. I am awesome. I am extraordinary. I'm a force for good in this world. I am magnetically lovable because you are.
Being able to shape someone, help them and change their life, there is nothing like it. I just love it as much today as the day I started. Life, like it. I just love it.